Hey! Hi, hello everyone. I totally did not hurry with my food just now. Don't worry about that. But how are you doing everyone? How's it going? Krisha, you've tried out Banishes, the Ghost of New Eden. Is that like I it sounds like a Souls game to me, but also I've not seen the game around yet. So, what's that one about? Also, hi Tori, hi Mish, how you going? Yes, with a church glass K again. I'm gonna be honest, I do prefer this one over the customizable one, just because it's like actually my design. So there's that. It's not? Okay, what is the game about then? Tell us. Share with the class, Crasher. Also, Tori, a bit anxious, not gonna lie. Why? Is your appointment today? Or like is your appointment right close? Is that's why? Speaking of appointments, not to steal anyone's wind or anything, but um I got bad news like yesterday concerning like therapy stuff, so I'm not feeling too well. I'm gonna go into it in a bit, but like, yes. Your therapy session got assigned very quickly and is today. Oh my god, congrats! Do you still have time beforehand? Like, me sitting here, like, at what time is it going to be? It's a dark narrative game that shares similar combat traits from God of War, Final Fantasy 16, and then Lil of Expedition 33. Okay, I see. Okay, well, that sounds interesting. I hope you had fun with that. And you are having fun with it. Is it 5 p.m.? Okay. Then I hope that whatever yapping we have going on today can help get the anxiety a bit away. Maybe scare it away. But yes, don't worry. Easiest way, Tori, just imagine that your therapist is me. There's absolutely nothing I can judge you for because I'm worse. Oh, you're very obsessed with your OCs. No, I'm worse. Don't worry. Nothing bad can happen if you imagine that it's me. Because you just have to tell yourself, whatever you have to say, they probably have something worse. Don't worry. And you mean that it's a gruesome game? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it sounds good. That sounds great, actually. But also, I don't think that is something that I could be playing then. But good for you for enjoying it? Question mark. Sounded like you enjoyed it. Also, I'm gonna be honest because I've been fighting against hiccups because I was eating before, like right before stream. I was like, oh, okay, let me just very quickly eat this. I only had instant noodles because like I didn't have anything else to make for breakfast. So I was like, I don't want to make like anything that takes longer. Like, okay, I could have made like myself an omelette or something like that. You know, something that's like actual breakfast food. But I didn't want to because I was like, no, it's like I only have 15 minutes before stream starts, and if I start cooking now, then I actually have to, either hurry up or like put a streamer for a bit. I didn't want to do that. But that means I ate these noodles, and then I was like two forks in. I was like, oh my god, I can feel the hiccups. I was hiccuping, and I was like, okay, no, let's drink. So I'm like halfway out of tea already, and the stream hasn't even started. But at least I got to work against my hiccups. So if you do hear me hiccup though, just know it is my very bad decisions that are at fault. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. You know what? Therapist K can be a concept, just like K Nun is one. I can't think. K rep. No. I'm not even gonna finish that one. We're not using that um pun. No. Okay. We can use No, I can't use that either. Oh, this is bad. I can't make a pun with that one without making it sound bad. Okay, never mind. No K puns for this one. Okay. Hi, Mamo. Hi, Chi. How you guys doing? Also, yes, I know I'm not gonna have a whole segment for my husband, but I didn't even Momo. Okay, hear me out. I didn't even get a picture of my husband because, like, let me actually check if I still have one like saved because that is a possibility. Because I remember having pictures of him on my PC because I needed them for fan art purposes. I'm totally not very self-indulgent fan art. Don't worry, everyone. You will never get to see it because first of all, I used what do you say? I used a base for that one, like someone else's base, which like it wasn't not allowed, but also because I used like the stuff for it, I was like, yeah, it's just gonna be like fan art for me and myself that never gets to see the light of day, because you know that is someone else's base. I'm only gonna show off the ones that I actually like worked on from start to finish. So that was that. And are you kidding me? I don't have his. Did I? Oh my god. There's a good chance that I threw them off my PC. No. Why do I have so many videos in my downloads folder? I should throw them out. Anyways, don't worry about that. That's totally on point. If you guys want to see my husband, you have to let me know now, because then I will get a picture of my husband. But also I will have to open my browser for a second, and that might mean that there is gonna be like 2 second delays. I don't know. Yeah, Tori, don't let your brain finish that, because I heard that in my brain. I was like, oh no 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 no, we're not making that pun. Oh no no no. But yes, also I thought Momo and I thought you talked about it. Um that you were like gonna join together. We're like, oh my god, okay, it's online. Let's join. Like let's go into chat. I thought that was that. I didn't think you guys were just accidentally twinning and coming in here. Mm-mm. Oh, the quest and the story I would stand out to you the most about Banished. Okay, see, it sounds fun. Therapist Gay gonna do a one-on-one OC stream with you in her office. Honestly, maybe. Tori's breakfast was 2 cups of coffee, a mango, and some crackers. I would say that's not a good breakfast, but I just told you guys what I had for breakfast, so actually I'm not one to talk. I do not get to talk. I'm so sorry. She is surviving the last hour of work. Let's go, you can do it. Gotta make you spill the beans when we get to that human fandom Friday. No! Yes! You guys need to know the human fandom Friday can only happen once I get something back from an artist friend of mine that I've commissioned. I saw them working on it yesterday on stream, but that's okay. I'm having very normal feelings about it. I'm normal. I swear to you guys. I swear. So yeah. So yeah. The Fandom Friday for Yuma shipping and me going absolutely fucking bonkers about some certain characters. It has to wait until the character sheets are done, because there's multiple, if you can believe it. I'm so so excited. Yes, don't worry about it. I was okay. It's not a secret that Biscree is like a fellow VTuber and the artist that I commissioned for the character sheets, and like they streamed their first like part of the progress, and like one of the like initial line arts for the guy is done. I'm looking so forward to the female version. I'm gonna be so honest, but also I'm sitting here like giggling and stuff like that. I was very excited yesterday. Don't worry about it. I was so involved. Also, something that Bisc does is like streamer friends can join them on streams sometimes, like if they are waiting in like in the voice channel designated for that. And I was considering it for like 2.2 seconds, but then I was like, no, I've never had a normal thought about that person that Bisc is drawing right now in my life. Actually, that's a lie. That is a lie. Um, I had one normal thought about him because initially when I met him, I was like, I sent Momo like what update messages about him. Um, so Momo, I'm gonna be answering all of that in a second because I'm very excited to talk about all of that. No, don't worry. But like the one normal thought I had about this person was when I was sending Momo a message after starting the game that he's from. I was like, oh my god, he's such a bastard. I wouldn't wish him on my worst enemy. Next message I sent about him is a screenshot about something he did. Me absolutely confused, like, OMG? Why is this kind of hot with like a bunch of question marks? Like, I had one normal thought about this person, and then it went downhill from there. Like, legit, I looked back at it because I was like, for like a document that I was like writing together for, because as you can see, I have already commissioned Momo for fanfiction, totally humor flavored with this person, right? um, and basically, what happened was I was like, oh, okay, let me just go back to what I wrote, like what I already sent Momo, so I don't like suddenly say something that totally doesn't make sense because I was there is writing whole paragraphs on being the Lulu, right? So I just wanted to make sure. So I just looked for the name of the character in our chat and I looked through it. I was like, oh my god, is that my first Bailey message? Me being like, wouldn't wish him on anyone, not even my worst enemy. And then like the actual legit next thing that I sent about him was like, oh my god, he's hot actually. Like actually the thing that he just did that's so hot of him actually. If anyone wants to know what happened, he intimidated someone without like beating them up, but like he threw them around a bit. Don't worry about it. I was like, oh my god, that's actually, you know what? I can get behind that. Yeah. Also, I don't think therapist and Kay are never gonna be friends when it comes to puns. Please do not try to make puns. Please do not try to make the um the pun work. We're just gonna go with like Dr. K or something like that. I don't know, man. That sounds like very bad role play, but don't worry about it. It's better than whatever we can make out of puns. um yes, Momo has absolutely invited herself to the Yuma stream, but not in the sense of yeah, without asking me, but like more like it was implied that Momo would be there because Momo didn't introduce me to Yuma shipping, but Momo is the one who told me that it has a name in that sense. Because beforehand I was just like unhealthily obsessed, you know. Before that I was just unhealthily obsessed and was making OCs because I was like, okay, yeah, but putting myself in there is a bit weird, so I'm just gonna make OCs, you know? And then Momo was like, oh yeah, have you guys heard about humor shipping? That's not what Momo said, by the way. Momo introduced it differently, I am pretty sure, but like, you know, just the vibes. The vibes are there, you know? So I was like, okay, I can become absolutely unhealthy about this, I guess. It is time for me to be unhealthy about it. You have incentive to now finish the fake before the Yuma stream. Yes, you do. Um, I will tell you whether or not it needs to be a private thing after I've read it, because there is a good chance that I'll be sitting there giggling after like every half a sentence and nobody will know what I'm even trying to read out. Like, I'm so sorry, you guys. I swear I'm so normal about them. Me sitting here like, actually, where's my, which one is it? Is it this one? Yes. This is gonna be me the entirety of the Yuma stream, talking about my what do the cool kids say nowadays? Be- like, I don't know, man. Before it was like bae, but like what is it now? Who am I talking about now? Is it still my bae? Is there a new word for the cool kids? Tell me. Anyways, let me get rid of the hearts. Yes! Oh my god, you introduced it by being very deluded about a husband. Honestly, you're so right for that. You're so right for that. Also, I have a straw with me today for my cup, so no more weird me glitching out while drinking. But also maybe strange straw noises. Who knows? Let's go. You sitting there with your ugly pineapple wife next to you. Okay, I'm intrigued. Who is your pineapple wife? Who is her? Who is she? My baby is universal if you ask me. Now you see, that would work if I was not talking about a middle-aged man, I fear. Me sitting here like, that's, that feels weird. Like, yeah, it is universal and stuff like that. But also, I feel weird about calling a middle-aged man my baby. I guess it's the same vibes as baby girl for me, where it's like, yeah, but I would only call it someone where I'm not seriously interested in them. Like, Stray Kids, Binny, he is, he's my bias, which just means my favorite out of the group and, like, actually all the other groups too. So, I would call him baby girl because he, like, acts cute and, like, he really likes doing the, like, cutesy stuff. And you know what? I love him for it. He's so great. He's the buffest dude on the entire group, but he's also the cutest and like he's being really adorable and stuff like that. So like referring to him as baby girl in a sense is like okay, yeah, I can get behind it. But mostly because like I would never be interested in him like actually. So so I don't know. My baby and baby girl. In my mind, it only works if it's like first of all if it's someone older than me, then it needs to be someone I'm not actually actively interested in. In that sense, if it's someone younger, then actually also, I don't think, yeah, I don't think it works. Otherwise, I'm sorry. They're just like terms of endearment that I use for people I'm not actually interested in. Oh my god, he's my wife. You're right, Momo. He might be. Her name is Sophie. Oh my god, introduce Sophie to us. Please, please, please. She's a spiky one. Oh my god, that's so sweet. No, 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 no. Don't worry about it. Bailey's not gonna throw you out to the wolves yet. He does not know where they are, and he stays out of the forest. It's okay. Actually, he doesn't. He goes in there to meet someone else, but it's okay. It's for his deals. Don't worry. He's a businessman, everyone. You just need to know he's a businessman. Don't worry about anything else. A man of any age can be a baby. You are right, you are right, you're right. A man of any age can be a baby girl. But, now you see, in the same way I refer to male version of this character as this middle-aged man, I would never talk about like that about the female version because that's my wife. I guess the male version now is also my wife. That's just my wife, you guys. Anyways, let's just go with that. But in the same way, I would not call her a middle-aged woman, like derogatory. I can do that about him. Don't worry about it. He understands. He would agree with me. But I would never talk about my wife that way. And in that same sense, I would never call him a baby girl either because I would not disrespect him like that. I would disrespect him in other ways. Not like that, though. I'm not even lying. He is a businessman. Yes. Oh my god. And he takes care of kids. You guys, don't worry. He only is mean to people who are actual adults. Me just taking any kind of context away from it. So yeah. Oh my god. Tori, which one are you reading? Who are you becoming obsessed with? Which male lead is it? Also, maybe you're gonna be lucky and she's gonna pick the second male lead for some reason. I don't know. It never happens, but we can hope. You don't have the anime version of her, but you have a decent-ish pick. She's ugly, but you love her. As you should. As you should. Lady Bailey is gonna be such different vibes, yes. Oh my god, so, do you guys it's gonna come up again in the Yuma stream, Fandom Friday, that we're gonna have. But one of the reasons why I commissioned a friend to do the character design for that character is because, well, it's a text-based game, so there's not much for the sense of what they look like. Like, most of what I got, I had to take from the Q&A from the developer. And, like, even that is still questionable because they keep changing their mind about stuff all the time. So I just pick and choose kind of what I like best sometimes. Or I just write down like 3 different answers and then a bunch of question marks afterward because please make your mind up, person who created this. Don't worry about it though. So I asked my friend because like I can go stupid to this friend basically, like because that's someone I don't need to have like a business like relationship with. I can actually just send everything that I have on this character to them, and they kind of know my tastes already. So I'm just sitting there like yes, I will let you cook, and I let them cook, and they came up with an idea that I would have never come up with, like fantastic. Absolutely floored, actually. Because I would have not thought, I would have not thinked, you know. But they brought like their idea to me with like sketches. I was like, oh my god, yes, go ahead, please do. Me sitting here like I've never considered this because we're getting okay. It's not a secret, but the male version is gonna have English teacher vibes, which no, not English teacher, English professor vibes in a sense, like English teacher slash professor kind of, which that's kind of hot in general, and the female version, they how did they say, um, your best friend's understatedly hot mom. So basically, I'm getting a MILF as well. So, And I'm just sitting here like, you know what? All of the other designs that I've seen from other people, like, they're great and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I told them, like, I sent them a list of, like, the favorite designs that I have, or, like, designs that I like of this character. And was like, yeah, and this is what I like about this design. For a lot of them, it was just, like, that fish eyes, me sitting there like, I love how there's not a single sign of life behind those eyes. So, I have taste, I swear. So yeah, don't worry about that. I forgot my thought process because I was thinking about Bailey. Don't worry about that. I swear, I'm numb. No, oh no, wait, I remember. No, no worries, I remember. Um, so So I was like, yeah, these are like my favorite designs, and this is like stuff from the Q&A of the offer that I got, because like there's not much about the character in-game actually. So I had to actually rely on the Q&A a lot, and Momo introduced me to the terms Word of God, which I misunderstood the first time I heard, because I was like, wait, isn't the Word of God good? Because I'm sitting here, me in my Christian upbringing, grows up in the German part that's like really, really Christian, where like absolutely everyone basically is in like the church and stuff like that, and where going to church every Sunday is like not that uncommon, you know? There's so much of a percentage of people who are Christian that we got days off in school for like getting all of the rites done in church, so we could all do it like together as a class in on like that day, so I was sitting there like, Word of God, that sounds actually promising. Like, oh yeah, of course I should believe the Word of God above everything else. So like if the author says something, even if it's in a Q&A, I should believe that as long as it like doesn't contradict what's written in the book. Read the Bible, question mark. So I'm sitting there like, yeah, no, Word of God is good. And then Momo kept talking about Word of God, and I realized, oh, actually, Word of God is not a good thing, is it? It's like a lot of people don't go by the Word of God for like fandom spaces, because like what, like that's just like something that the author said afterwards, I guess. That's not good. So I misunderstood the first time it came up, because I was like, yeah, Word of God, that's great, right? So I can just, no, I can't. Also, he's from the manhwa used as the reference for Amara for the fan art. Oh, let's go! Let's go! I don't think I've seen the male lead for that one, but going by the not fan art, by the art style for the reference that you sent me, fantastic. I would assume very handsome man. Oh my god, you might go and ask them to do A and F. Okay, if you do A and F, I might go out of my way and get an M commission. Now, you guys, we're just giving you capital letters. The capital letters are for a game called The Wayhaven Chronicles, which is a text-based choice game. Like, make your own choice and you're like being the main character. So basically, this is great. We have to make a stream where we're just talking about interactive fiction, actually. Let me write that down. Oh, Momo sent me, can you send me a Discord message? Just talking about Fandom Friday, interactive fiction, I guess. Sorry. So, that's where these letters come from. So A, F, and M, because, like, the creator has, like, slightly different variations for the names, depending on whether or not you're working, like, with the male or female versions of them. So, you know, that's why a lot of people in the fandom just reference with them with, like, their initial character for the name, because if it's not something that is in a way where the gender of them makes it, like, important, or if the people don't prefer, like, the person who makes the post doesn't, you know, talk about one thing in particular, you know, that's that. I forgot my train of thoughts. Don't worry about it. Basically, that's why we have initials. It's because they can be either one. So yeah. Sorry. Also, yes, technically, in a sense, Bailey is a MILF. And you know what? I love that. I love that. Technically, Bailey is a MILF. And I will never get over that. I'm so glad I just sent Bisk so much. Like, I sent Bisk, like, just 4 pages, like, Google Doc pages of just Bailey information that I got from the Q&A mostly. And then I sent them, like, a different document where I was, like, showing them, like, different designs, like, with credits to, like, the OG creators. And was like, yeah, and about this design, I like this and this and this, and, you know, I was like, yeah, do what you will with that. Yeah. It's the most frustrating part. Oh, the Word of God part. Yes. That there's so little information about the character in game. Most of what I have in my head about the character, you could call a headcanon because of how much I had to take from the Q&A. And, like, there is stuff that gets, like, already retconned by the author. Like, one of the, like, less important things is, like, the character has tattoos. They have tattoos. And once upon a time, they even gave, like, oh, there's, like, snakes in the tattoos. Like, that's what's in the tattoos. And then, like, some time later, someone asked about the tattoos again. Like, oh, you said, like, back when in one of the Q&As that, like, there's, like, snakes in the tattoos. Can you tell us what else it looks like? And so the author was like, actually, I have changed my mind about that. You can imagine whatever you want for the tattoo, because I do not want to, like, impact people's, you know, creativity or whatever. I don't know, man. But, like, basically they took that back, and then it's okay, I can get behind that. You don't want to back up an entire design? Fantastic. But then it's like, oh, yeah, their tattoos are, like, on their arms, and, like, initially it was on their arms and the back. And then later on, it was on their arms and their chest. So I'm sitting here like, okay, what, like, which is the truth now? Because, you know. So I just wrote both down, and, like, Biz did something wonderful with that information, by the way, because actually, so big brain of Biz, because one of them now has it on the back and one has it on the chest for actual character personality reasons. I'm sitting there like, yeah, you know what? That's fantastic. But also, that means, you know, a lot of the things can just be retconned by the author at any time, which is why I now understand, like, very personally, why Word of God is not a good thing. Don't worry about it. Please do introduce me to the TV tropes. Apparently I need it. Yes, Momo Drip feeds me, so it's okay. But like, I do need to be introduced to more TV tropes because I'm sometimes sitting here like, it's fine. It's super duper finesies. So yeah. I don't know what your yes I will is talking about, Momo. I assume there's something good with you being happy about it. Oh my god, you're addicting me to the TV tropes. Let's go, I guess. Also, Crasher, I see your pineapple wife, and I see what you mean. She's cute though. She's cute. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Absolutely adorable, actually. Also, can I do it from my can I do it from my? Is Chi still here? Me being here like Chi, you're no wait, Momo, you're a mod in my Discord server too, aren't you? Or are you? Me trying to find out who I modded. I did. Okay. Momo, are you on a PC right now or are you on your phone? Not for the stream, but like for in general, like for Discord. Like I'm sorry, I'm delegating work once again. There's a TV trope for this game in particular, by the way. Oh my god! Hottest thing about Bailey, yes! Tell me sitting here, hottest thing about Bailey is everything. I'm so sorry, I swear. I'm so normal about Bailey. Don't worry about it. Actually, I've humorshipped before, okay? You need to know I've humorshipped before. I've never gotten this delusional over a fan, like a character, like this. I'm gonna be so honest. Like everyone that I've been like viewership brain for before, never got this bad. Never commissioned anyone for anything because I was like, okay, if I really want something with this character so badly, like art or writing or something like that, I can just make it myself. With Bailey, I'm sitting here like I can't make it myself. I can't because that's gonna feel disingenuous. I need other people's perspectives on this character. Introduce her to Beyblade Burst, that will go well. I know Beyblades. I know Beyblade the series. I read a Beyblade fanfiction once upon a time where the kids and like it's someone's OC, they were like in some facility where they were basically microchipped and everything. I forgot why. I just remember very, very graphically how the OC got all of the chips out of her, which was very bloody, let's say it like this. Almost killed her, to be honest. And then she jumped into water, like off a cliff into water, and I think she survived. I think actually that's where it stopped because there weren't any more chapters. I was like, okay, I'll come back to this at some point, maybe. So that's that. Beep boop, beep boop. Sadly, I do think you will be disappointed in what has been included for Bailey, though. I think it has more to do with the fact the page has not been updated in a long while. It's kind of sparse. Oh, I see, I see, I see. Honestly, fair enough. Me desperately searching for Q&A because the website I used for the Q&A has not been updated, like, for a while. It's like the author's blog, actually, so I was like, okay, they're gonna keep it updated, right? But I keep seeing people, like, posting, like, new Q&As and stuff like that about it. I'm just like, oh, I don't know where these Q&As are. I don't know how to get access to them. So I'm sitting here like, okay, I guess I will wait until something gets updated, or I will just siphon away the few Q&A screenshots that, that Twitter gives me. Yes, yes. There's like multiple Twitter accounts I follow just because they post about this very specific character, like Bailey, and they don't even tag the character or the game that he's from. Like they're like fully tagless, I guess is how you could say it. So I had to find them through harrowing hours of scrolling, I guess is one way to put it. So yeah. Mish tried to start a new game of Pathfinder. WOTR. I'm not gonna try to figure out what that stands for because I'm like World of the Ronin? Question mark? So yeah, and it keeps crashing after the intro. Oh, it's an actual game. It's not the TTRPG version. Okay. Yeah, maybe the game does want you to play your prior playthroughs to the end. Maybe that is what's happening. No worry about it. But also I hope it works again. Do the playthroughs of your dreams. And by that I mean just play however you want. Everyone please hydrate. Let's go. Like Baldur's Gate 3, it's based off an actual setting and whatnot. Oh, it's a really good game as well. I see. That's just fun. I still have not finished Baldur's Gate. Everyone, you need to know, I was like, the last time I played was like before the last week of June, because I was playing so much Baldur's Gate 3, so much, and I was like, okay, wait, actually, I need to finish stuff for the OC stream. Oh, we're not gonna have an OC stream this month, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put like a kind of like binding spell on myself, I guess you could call it. I was like, I'm not gonna play Baldur's Gate again before I finish the OC stream stuff. And I got everything done in time, as you can see. I did have an OC stream to show you guys. But unfortunately, since then I've not played Baldur's Gate again. Which honestly might not even be my fault entirely. It's because friends want to play with me all of the time. Yeah. I'm so popular. Yeah, that's totally the problem. Don't worry about it. I'm kidding. Like, yes, I've been playing a lot of Peak and like other games with friends, but it's not like I'm not the one coming out of the woodworks being like, someone wanna play with me? Hello, I'm feeling lonely. Can someone please play with me? So yeah, don't worry. It is also like kind of my fault. Not even my personal playthrough on. No. Except that Lan keeps thinking you want to make out with him. Tell him that you don't want to. Or maybe tell him that you want to. I don't know how you're actually like looking upon this. So yes. I haven't even finished my personal playthrough. No. I'm stuck in the second act. Where am I? I think I just left Last Light in. Yes. I remember getting that one lantern to like get through the Act 2 Underdark. And I saved right after like doing that, and I was like, okay, this is where I stop for today, because there's like a lot of quest stuff going on, because I want to look like for the what was it, the House of Hope? No, the House of Health in the Underdark as well. So I want to map like the entire map. So yeah, that is where I've stopped. That is where we're going to be continuing. Also, I still want to play Baldur's Gate on stream, but that might have to be when I have a stronger PC, or I'm going to try it out and see how it goes. What do we think, everyone? Should I just YOLO it and see if my PC dies on me? Should I? We're gonna start a new playthrough either way, because the one that I'm doing right now is a playthrough where I made multiple hirelings just so I could have like the family photo shoot for my character, so I can introduce it in the OC stream. So you know, you sitting there with 2 co-op games with no one to play? No! Crasher, which games are they? Get you to get your... Stop, Momo. He's been... I was about to say he's been threatening me with a new PC, but that sounds too bad. He has been promising me that he would be in charge of getting me a PC. So, you know, that sounds fun, right? The thing is, my laptop isn't bad. It's a gaming laptop. It's doing really well. It runs Baldur's Gate, like even like I have a game like that without problems. But the thing gets really loud and stuff like that. So I'm just sitting here like, yeah, it does take a lot more power than like other games. I think my PC could manage doing Baldur's Gate and streaming. No live 2D model, obviously, because that takes a lot of CPU. But like, apart from that, I think my PC could manage it. I just chronically underestimate my PC. Like, I bought the PC and I instantly was like, okay, but like, is it gonna be good enough to actually stream with it? Me buys a gaming PC, an expensive one that's like very new-ish right now with like the processors and stuff like that. Asking like a PC savvy friend, being like, oh yeah, are they good? And he's like, yeah, that's like some of the newest stuff that came out. Like, you're gonna be set for a couple of years at least. And then I get the PC and I'm like sitting there like, actually, I don't think it will hold up for streaming even. I think it's gonna die. That's how well I think of my PC. Repo and Peak. Should I? Okay, now hear me out. How are we thinking about game nights in the server? Like no streaming, just gaming together, so we can play like co-op games together like that. How would people feel about that? After he built you one, you can't go back. Mama, you're so right for that. You're so right. It looked so nice. You can give a spare GPU for one. it's it's fantastic, Mish. How do you have a spare CPU? A GPU. It's not a CPU. Me getting it wrong already. Yes, would be very happy. Absolutely. Okay, let me write that down. I'm gonna make. Okay. I'm gonna need to have two. Um. Oh my god, it does have a TV trope. I just saw what Momo sent me, by the way, and I'm like, okay, there is a TV trope. Let's go, I guess. Let's see. I need Fandom Friday suggestion channel because I'm gonna be honest, I want you guys' suggestion for what we do on Fandom Fridays because I was sitting here yesterday, like flip-flopping between like three things, and like one of them I threw out because I was like, I don't want to have to do the unzipping and like installing and stuff like that to actually get the game to work because actually I wanted to do something else, but I got too lazy to do that. Um, and oh yeah, right. It was between this one, like the Monster Duchess that we're gonna be talking about, and talking about IDV skins, where we just look at skins and I tell you which ones I like and which ones I don't. But I didn't know how to do that because I didn't want to download the pictures beforehand, so I would have opened the Wikipedia for costumes and I would have needed to open them. And like, okay, never mind. You don't need to know my entire thought process. Probably we're gonna be alrighties. So yeah. Fandom Friday suggestion channel, and I need oh yeah, Discord co-op game. That's not how you spell game. I spell it fame for some reason. Nights. Okay. Once again, it's probably gonna start next month because I am kind of busy this month. But also, if we do that, I can probably put them into the schedule that we have because it's a month-long schedule. I should be able to put that down, right? So yeah. Oh, Miss, you upgraded your old system and have no use for it since it isn't great for transcoding. Okay, I see. Yeah, no, that makes sense. The only upgrading I did to my PC, I call it a PC, but it's actually a laptop. Just imagine me saying laptop every time I say PC because PC is so much shorter. The only thing is that I got a new SSD card to have more space, so I have like 1 TB of more space so I can actually play games. Because otherwise I would not be able to play Baldur's Gate. Mostly because I refuse to deinstall any of the God Eater games. Don't worry about that. Kresha, TRPG, D&D? You're assuming they are the same thing. Yes. D&D is a TTRPG, but D&D is like more commonly known by a lot of people because if I'm correct, it should be the most well-known and mainstream like form of TTRPG or rulebook, I guess. So yeah. In gaming with K are 100% the things you're looking forward to. Let's go. Yes. You want to be in there if you do the... Yes, you can be there, Momo. If I find a way to do the IDV skins on stream easily, actually, maybe we can rate them. You know what? Actually, maybe let's make just a tier list. Because why not? Right? You guys would enjoy seeing me just tier list stuff, right? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, video faming. We're not gaming anymore. We are far above that. So yes, okay, so I see, I will have to use my brain to come up with like a tier list. Let's go. Also, I'm gonna leave the B tier and C tier skins out of the entire stream. Like, even if we're not doing a tier list, I'm gonna leave B and C tier skins out. We're only gonna start with A tiers and above. Because everything beneath that, they're usually me sitting there like very unimpressed, like, okay, it's a skin. Yeah, and there's so many already, so like, it's never gonna end. Anyways, you guys, I've been talking for almost an hour. I think it's time to introduce you guys to what the topic of today actually is supposed to be, right? Let me take a sippy sip before I do that, actually. My tea is very sweet today. Okay, great. Now, today's topic of the day is... Ta-da-da-dam! I'm gonna move myself a bit over, don't worry about it. Let me move. I think I'm good here. Yeah. There we go, I've moved a bit. This is what we're talking about today. It is... The Monstrous Duke's Adopted Daughter, or the way I had it first translated, and the first time I read it, that was the title in English, it's Monster Duchess and Contract Princess. This is what it's talking about. The picture I have included is the cover of the first web, like the cover of the first web. It's not a webtoon anymore because it's the actual physical copy. So yeah, that's that. That's the actual book cover for the first volume of the... It's not a manhwa, it's not a manga, it was a webtoon, it's not in book form, I don't know what you would call that. But yeah, aren't they cute? Anyways, this is what we're gonna be talking about today, and this is actually Lord related to me. This is what got me through my college days. This is what made me delulu hard enough to not give up during my college days. These 2 years that I was reading that, I'm pretty sure it was the entire 2 years. This was the only thing keeping me going, because I would know down to the hour when the newest chapter, like not even the translation, just the newest chapter would drop, and I would be there. I would be there in the first hour of it being posted, and like it was like once I've read it, I was like, okay, only one more week. I knew it came out on Thursdays. If it was not dropping on Thursday because of something and it like got a bit delayed, I would be there refreshing the page like hourly just to make sure I don't miss when it drops. It's the one where Yulon survived because she's already married. Yes, it's so sad. So yeah, this I really like. It's really nice. It's great. Yes. Also, I have not introduced my husband to you guys for this one. I will introduce him later. Don't worry about it. Actually, if I have like a whole folder on my phone just with pictures of him. What did my sister send me? She just said, okay, give me a second before I can look for my husband. I have to see what my sister sent me because I could only see the sticker of her being shocked. And okay, it was my fault that she's shocked. Okay, so earlier today I was like opening Chrome on my phone, and like if I open Chrome then I get like a website of like just articles and like ads and stuff like that. You know, the usual. And there was like one where it's like, oh, Kingdom Hearts, like Kingdom Hearts related. And it's like, Square Enix announces re-release of Kingdom Hearts music boxes and accessories due to fan demand. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not into Kingdom Hearts. Let me send it to my sister. Like, I screenshot it and send it to her. So that is why she was shocked. I just thought something happened because I absolutely forgot that I sent anything. Me send something that would shock my sister. My sister reacts shocked. Me Why are you shocked though? Okay. Momo, you would say should have been you, but the husband is a good man and Loki himbo, so you will concede. Yes, 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 yes. You know what? Sai is a pretty good guy. So I should to Charlotte out. They're gonna cost an arm and a leg? They are going to, I'm sorry. It's good for me that I don't need to buy them. Also, hi Eclipse, how's it going? um, me sitting here like, I think, did I get my sister anything Kingdom Hearts related for one of her birthdays before? I have the feeling that I did. Oh yeah, right. It was, like a salt ice cream shaker keychain kind of deal. And, I think a candle. But I forgot if that was actually Kingdom Hearts or if that was another game that she liked. That's the only thing that I ever spent money on considering Kingdom Hearts, so that's that. Eclipse, go eat. Don't be like us. Go get breakfast. Also, this is not my husband. Where is he? No, it's not Soma. You need to know I too have a folder on my phone for Bailey. And I called it Bailey. I swear I'm normal. I'm still trying to defend myself, you guys. Then we have Soma. Of course, we have a Soma one. Don't worry about it. Marius, Banri, Raphael, Sampo. Hey, you get a look into my brain. Oh my god. Risley. Oh, there he is. There is the husband. Which picture of you do I want? Obviously, I want the high ponytail one because... Okay, you see, before I met Momo, I was like, I was keeping my simping and stuff to myself, right? Because the last time I tried to tell a friend that I simped, it didn't turn out that well. Because I was like, there's like only one chapter where my husband comes in with a high ponytail. There's one for Mary's, yes. But you know, there's only one chapter where he has the ponytail, and it's only like a couple panels where you can actually see him properly with it. So I'm sitting there like, you know what, that's fun. And I'm like, I'm so normal about it. It was like one of the chapters where I was waiting for it to drop because I was like, yes, I need to see the newest chapter. This week has been rough, you guys. It has been rough. I need to have a new chapter. And then he came in there and like, you need to know he's not in that many chapters. Like, yes, he is in a good amount of chapters, but not a lot of them. Especially further back into the webtoon, actually. In my opinion, obviously I could be biased or something. I don't think I'm biased, man, but I could be biased, so you know. So I saw him with his ponytail up, and this is the picture that you're going to see also. I was like, I sent it to my friend, who I also got into reading this webtoon. I was like, oh my god, he has a high ponytail. I'm so normal about this. I was totally not freaking out when I saw this. And I got like a really, really lukewarm, okay, back. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that to myself then, I guess. So, you know. I guess good that none of you knew me when High Ponytail Ranty came out, because then I would have gone... I've become a bit desensitized to it now, because I'm looking at him like, yes, you look good, my man. But you know, that's the fun of it. And so, yeah. I'm glad that Momo enables me to be as unhealthily obsessed as I want to be about anyone. So you know, that's great, right? In all seriousness, sea salt ice cream. Who the hell eats sea salt as ice block? Also, Momo has the follow-up of sea salt ice cream is actually really good. And actually, I do want to agree with that, because I remember my sister bringing some over at some point and me trying it. And I would say it's a bit like salted caramel. Like, not exactly, like it's not exactly the taste, but it is the vibes, if you know what I mean. Webtoon read together on stream when? I wish I could do that. I don't know about the legality of it. That's the question. That's the thing. I do not know about the legality of this. One thing I can do with you guys is for Monstrous the Duchess, I have all of the I have all volumes of it, and I got like the limited editions for all of them. I swear I can't even read Korean. I got all of them in Korean as limited editions, and I can't be happy I have all of the match for them. I mean, don't worry about it. What I can do is like set up like a hand camera and show like off all of that stuff, and like also show you the actual like volumes of the book, because I know that has got to be legal. I spend money on that, right? I do not know about the legality of reading like an actual webtoon on stream with you guys. Like that's the question. How are we feeling about that legally speaking? So yes. Be one with the curiosity, Kresha. Always. I don't know why I just tried to call you Cohen. That's not right. It's Kresha. It's always been Kresha. Right, Momo, you would have. I would have sent you. I would have sent you a screenshot of Hi Ponytail Ranty with my message of, oh my god, I'm kind of freaking out. Like, look at this. I can actually. I'm pretty sure I can look up the message that I sent to my friend, like specifically, because we're still friends. Don't get me wrong. Like we're getting along well. We're actually really really good friends. Da 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 da. I can't find it. Me trying to search. It's okay. I can find the message because I don't want to scroll that much. If you can believe it, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. But basically, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna keep my insanity to myself, I guess. There are recipes online for DIY salted ice cream, sea salt ice cream. Let's go! Oh my god, there's one designed after the Kingdom Hearts one in Disneyland. Oh my god, let's go! It's okay, Kresha. I'm gonna stick to Kresha because it's always been Kresha. Oh my god, do you guys actually want your bread? Me just remembering that I turned off your bread. Do you guys need to be fed? I saw something on Bist's stream when I was there yesterday, and Bist has like the game Tiny Pastures, I guess it's called, and that means they have just like little fishies on the bottom of their stream, and they have to like feed them and clean up after them, and like then they get money and they can buy new fishies and stuff like that. I'm sitting here like, I know you guys would enjoy that. I know you guys would enjoy being fishies that I have to take care of. Me just sitting here absolutely convinced that that's the truth. You think if I do it transformatively, like maybe give your thoughts as you go and speaking about the character, you think it should be okay? Yeah, I mean, that could work, right? Because like I don't know how legal it is on TikTok, but I see people just making like slideshows of webtoons and stuff like that, like chapter by chapter and stuff like that. I'm sitting like, yeah, that's fun. So I think if I make it transformative, there should be a way, right? But yes, if I find a way, there will be one. Don't worry. There will totally be webtoon reading streams. Trust me. Oh my god, Eclipse is gonna make lore this weekend. Does that mean you're gonna be part of this OC stream this month? Is that what I'm seeing it? In spade. I can read, you guys, trust me. In spite of your preference. Fair enough. Fair enough, Kresha. Don't worry, I will stick to Kresha. I don't know if that is your preference, but anyways, the bread. I forgot to turn it on actually. But you know how it is. Eat, my children, eat. Enjoy the bread. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna feed you so well. Oh, you want to be in a fishbowl? I mean, I think I can arrange that. I don't know actually, because now I don't know if I would get the same game as Bisque or something else for you guys. but they kind of move freely. So I don't know. I would maybe need to make a really big fishbowl to make sure that you're always in the fishbowl, Momo, because otherwise you might escape. Good question. Good question. Is voice VTuber law? Yes. I'm just saying I do accept VTubers as well as OCs. Totally not because I'm greedy. Don't worry about it. And you're helping him? You're not excited about this? Don't worry. No. You're as little excitement about this as I am about Bailey getting a character sheet. I know. I understand, yes. Whatever you want to call me is fine. Okay, Crasher, it stays. I say like you haven't been here for months and I haven't been calling you Crasher the entire time. Also, I'm very bothered. Like, give me a second. I have to blow my nose because it's bothering me very, very much. I'm gonna mute myself for a second. Be right back, I guess. I'm gonna turn away too, so don't worry about it. Bye, boys. I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry about it. Hey, look, I don't have to drink anymore for it to look weird. I just have to go away and blow my nose, I guess. Sorry, everyone. I mean, my camera is fighting for its life, trying to see what I'm doing with my face, because I keep dabbing my tissue against my nose. Because unfortunately, I do have a bit of a nosebleed going on. Don't worry about it though. It's mostly just because my nose is immensely dry at all times of the day, I guess. Yes, we're back! Let's go! Do you guys actually want to know what the Monster Duchess is about? Me sitting here talking about everything but the plot. Don't be concerned, it's okay. It is. It happens sometimes if I don't pay enough attention and don't use like nose sprays that are just meant to hydrate the nose. It happens. It's actually fully on me. I should be paying more attention. Don't worry about it. So yeah, let's talk about the Monster Duchess and the Contract Princess, which the official name is actually Monstrous Duke's adopted daughter. Well, at least according to webtoon. So I will take it. Which, you know, fine, fair enough. Now, you see? Me looking at the at the cover picture being like, wait, this doesn't look like baby Leslie. This looks like a bit older Leslie, but it is the first cover, so it needs to be baby Leslie. It's okay. Now, if you look on the cover here next to me, down here, I'm pointing at it, trust me, you will see two people on the cover. One of them is our main character, Leslie. It is the little girl with the silver hair. That is our main character. Her name is Leslie. In the beginning, Leslie Sperado. But that's gonna change because, well, the title gives it away. She gets adopted. So yeah, and the woman next to her is the Duke. The Duke of Salvatore. I'm gonna be pronouncing it as Salvatore. I know that there is probably a more proper pronunciation because I think is it an Italian last name ? There is a good chance it is, but yes, the Duke is our wife. Yes. She is a woman, which you might be sitting here like, didn't know Dukes back then could be women, but like she's like a bit of an exception. Don't worry about it. She is known as the Monster Duke because, as you can see, we can only see half of her face. So there are like rumors going around about that. And also she has like really, really high strength stats. And she can use magic, which is, you know, she is the OP. You know, the OG OP, I guess you could call her. Because usually the thing is me giving you lore background before I even give you anything about what's going on in the story. Now, one thing you have to know is that usually it's like if you have magic, you're not especially strong, and if you're strong, well, probably no magic, right? She has both. She is too good, right? She is fantastic. So just keep that in mind, that that is why she is the Monster Duke. In a sense. Now, for the actual description of what's going on in the story, Leslie, our main character, is from the Desperado family, and she is getting very, very heavily abused in it. The first chapter, we open up with them trying to sacrifice our baby. Like, 12-year-old baby, mind you. They didn't try to sacrifice her as a baby, because that might have been kindness. They tried to sacrifice her at 12 years old, because they wanted to use her as a sacrifice for her sister to get more magic abilities, because in the Sparado family you need to know they have something that no other family has, which is darkness magic or like shadow magic. It depends on how it's translated. And the older sister of Leslie, her name is Ellie. She like manifested like not very strong powers. And apparently there's like a ritual going on in the family where you can, especially if the child has silver hair, it will be very beneficial to sacrifice them, because that will give more power to the other child in a way. You know how it is. And there haven't been any kids born with the power of darkness, or like the magic of darkness, however you want to call it, in the family for a good few generations. So Ellie getting it, it's like, oh, she's gonna bring the family back to prosperity, right? And that's like, yeah, so we gotta sacrifice her so she can be stronger. And and because it was clear from the beginning that Leslie was gonna be a sacrifice, obviously they didn't take very good care of her. Like, when I say she got abused, I actually mean it in a very, very I'm not gonna say what was done, but you get like flashbacks throughout the story that let you know just how bad it was. So yeah, Leslie, however, survives being sacrificed, and the way she survives is um, the ritual has to do with like her being pushed into fire in like a gazebo, and she gets like saved by the spirits of the children that came before her, kind of deal. Like the ones that have been sacrificed before her, they push her out of the gazebo and like save her. She falls like far down because the gazebo is kind of above a cliff thingy sense bobbins. So the first chapter ends with Leslie getting like falling and not colliding with the ground, but being saved by the shadows, and the shadows like going into her body. So we can assume that she now has that ability. Also, hi Mish, not hi Mish, bye Mish. Hope you sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs bite, or let them, because I don't know what's going on. But don't worry about it, sleep well. Everything's gonna be fine. Sweet dreams as well. Yes, yes. So that's basically the first chapter. Us finding out about Leslie being sacrificed, or like being sacrificed more. Leslie surviving with brand. That's wait me sitting here like, what's the English word? She did have some burns though, because like so she got hurt by this. So she realizes that her wish of like her family loving her kind of far-fetched. So she goes to the temple because she's like, okay, let me find out what's going on, because she's a smart child. She's really, really, really good. And basically, like, she is not really allowed out of the house, and she actually has to slap the dude who like drives the carriage so that he would get her to the temple and stuff like that. But basically there she finds out that there was a lot of child deaths in the family, especially second children, or like not really the first children, always like the second or third child that like there's a very, very high rate of them dying. So she's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on, because she's smart, okay? She's a smart little child. So yeah, that's how she finds out, and like she realizes that, oh, okay, so they actually want me dead for whatever reason, because I don't think she knows the reason at that point yet. It's been a while since I actually read the chapter, so pardon me if I get anything wrong. But basically, now we know that she knows that nothing good is gonna come out of her staying with the family, because no matter how hard she tries and no matter how well she does, like academically and stuff like that, she is only ever going to be a sacrifice for her sister. Like, even with all of the studying she had to do, it was so she could translate stuff for her sister. Like, she needed to learn ancient language so she could translate the ancient text for her sister and stuff like that. And like, if she made a mistake, then she would get in trouble, you know. So everything that she has been doing all her life and stuff like that was only in service to her sister. And so she's like, okay, I'm gonna stop that. I don't want that anymore. So she decides that it is time to find a way out and to survive, because that is the thing that she wants to do most. Right now, she has given up on having a family that loves her, and what she wants is just surviving. Because now she has like the power of like the darkness on her side, so she can use that as a bargaining chip. So she goes to our monster duchess over there. Once again, there is more context to be had, but don't worry about it. She goes to the duchess, like to her estate. It's like, oh, I want to meet the duchess. Duchess is like, no, it's okay. I'm not gonna meet her. She's gonna go home once she gets cold and stuff like that. And it's like hours later, a night is setting in. It's like really cold outside, and Leslie is still standing there. Has like sent the carriage away because like dude was being like, oh, we have to go. I'm gonna get in trouble with like the Marquess. There we go. That's what he is. She's like, no, just go. I'm gonna wait here. Just tell the Marquess that you know, that I am going to stay overnight at the temple to pray. You know, to pray for forgiveness. The usual, you know. And then, at some point, she is let in by the Duchess, and Duchess is like talking to her and stuff like that. And you know, I'm not gonna give you verbatim like everything that has been said and stuff like that, but basically, Leslie tells her that she has this ability, like the shadows, and she demonstrates it. And like it's very, very strong because, you know, there's law reasons. And the Duke is basically like, okay, but like, what do you want in exchange? So Leslie is like, oh, she just wants to survive. She just, you know, wants to have the ability to have a family, have kids, like, live with a loving, like, you know. And then the Duke is like, okay, well, because you're from a noble family, that's gonna be like tricky. And Leslie, I think she said it before this part already. Actually, Leslie knows that the Duke is looking for a daughter. That she has been looking like through orphanages and stuff like that to like find a daughter that she could adopt. Because there is like a thingy going on, a thingy-mabobbins from the temple itself, like a festivity that's like taking place every, was it 8 years? Or every 4 years? Oh, it's every 4 years, but like it alternates if it's like gonna be like, if the child's gonna be like male or female that is involved, like as the main part of the ritual. So it's every 4 years, but every 8 years it's a girl that has to like fill the spot. So that's where we go. Yeah. And yeah, so the Duke lets her like sleep overnight and like sends her home the next day because, like, you know, adoption, there's a process to it. But also, the Marquess now has an idea about Leslie's abilities because she used it, like, the day before to get out or something like that. And he's like, okay, let me be nice to this child because look at this ability. Instead of sacrificing her, maybe, I can just send her to the battlefront, you know, and have her like work for the family so we can get the acclaim back that our family lost and stuff like that. But for that, I gotta be nice to her. So he just starts like being overly nice to her, and Leslie doesn't trust it one bit, which honestly good for you, kid. You're smart about this. But yeah, it also results in her almost once again getting burned alive, because he wanted to verify whether or not Leslie has that ability, because he only has a hunch at this point, right? So he's like, oh, okay, let's all go to the temple together, and I know you don't like us, Leslie, so we prepared a different carriage for you, so you don't have to go with us. So you have like a better time, and like it's gonna be okay, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna take your preferences into account for now. No, starting now. Turns out this other carriage that Leslie was in was just straight up doused in gasoline, and like it's then set on fire by like the people there, and like because the Marquess is like, oh, if she wants to survive, then she will need to use her abilities, right? And then she gets saved by her first older brother, first new older brother, let's say. um, his name is Befrion, or Beth for short, but he doesn't like the abbreviated version. But like his mom still uses it. Don't worry about it. She met him very shortly at the Duke's estate, because the Duke at, was it dinner or at breakfast, introduced Leslie to Befrian as, oh, this is your new sister, by the way, or my new daughter, something like that. So, you know, he, your beloved, yes! I am realizing now that maybe you guys would do better with like visuals of the characters, but don't worry about it. As long as you know what Leslie looks like and what her mom looks like, you're good. You're golden, actually. And I will show you my husband in a while. So there is that. So yeah. So Befrion, he goes and saves her because they got an anonymous hint. I wonder who gave that hint to them. Damn. Anyways, he's like part of like a very high up knight round, not round. That's not how you say it in English. Like a group of knights, like very high up, like with the Empire. So you know, he saves her. And it's like, because the people are like, oh, who's that? Do you know this kid? And he's like, yeah, this is my youngest sister. Like him and the Duke, they've already accepted Leslie as their child. So that's how well it's going for Leslie. But also, she is not doing well. She's actually knocked out, unconscious fully, and she's brought to the Duke's estate again, because like they realize it is like, even if the adoption isn't through yet, they would rather get into trouble of like facing whatever before they send this child back to where she will probably die. Like, just going by the track record, this kid is going to die. So yeah, they take her to the Duke's estate and like keep her there and like have the doctor check her out and stuff like that. Call a priest to heal her, because like we have divine power in this one as well, don't worry about it. And when Leslie wakes up, she hears like Befrion talk to someone, and she sees this really, really big man, like large. I'm telling you, he's tall and he's muscly. You know, she she likens him to a bear, like an actual straight up bear. It's actually such a cute scene, because she gets scared of him, because like the man, he greets her, and Leslie, scared as shit, runs over to Befrion to hide with him, because like he is the only one she knows in this room at the moment, right? And then this bear of a man, he introduces himself, and his name is Sai. It's actually Siren, but like Sai for short. And he's the husband of the Duke. And like he puts like his it's actually such a cute scene, because like he has this cape, right, and like he puts it over his head, and it's like hiding, like makes himself small, trying to hide away to not scare Leslie as much. And it's actually such a cute scene. But yeah, and actually that's like enough, because like Leslie is sitting there like, oh, this is the first time an adult actually tried to make me comfortable, like tried this desperately to make me feel comfortable with them. Like every other adult, like they were glad if I feared them or like showed them like overall respect, right? You know. So she's very, very like touched by that, and so she's like introducing herself, and she's so cute, and she's so small. She's so small actually, because you need to know they didn't feed her well. This kid is malnourished. Like, she didn't grow up to the same size as other 12-year-olds. So you have to imagine a 12-year-old where there's actually, it's not a running gag, because a gag would be funny. But it's actually a running theme inside the webtoon, where people comment about how small she is. Like, the first time she meets Beth, like, the Duke is like, oh, Bethrion, how old do you think your younger sister is? And he looks at her and he's like, like 5? And she, like, is shocked when he's like told, no, she's 12. Later on as well, it's like, another thing is like, Leslie, they don't have clothes for Leslie yet, because like obviously she came by like very surprisingly. So they give her like a coat from her second brother, Randy, who I have not introduced to you guys yet. Don't worry about it. You don't know who that is yet. Don't worry. But they basically give her one of his old coats that he was like wearing in childhood. And it's like, she's swimming in it. She looks like a snowball. Like, that's... I think that is the actual comparison that people had in their mind. Like, a very fluffy snowball. And, that's, like, revealed that, oh, actually, this is the coat that, like, we're really sorry that we don't have anything smaller, but, like, this is the coat that Randy was wearing when he was 10 years old. And he was not swimming in it, believe me. And Beth makes because Leslie does not look thrilled by that, because she does not appreciate the fact that she's like small, because like the Duke is very tall and like she looks up to her and like she wants to grow as tall as the Duke, right? So she's like not very happy about it, but Bethrion, in infinite wisdom, tries to make her happier by saying, oh, don't worry about it. It's a common thing that girls like grow not as tall, like as fast as boys, right? And the butler, who, mind you, is also a woman, by the way, you need to know this. They are breaking gender norms. But basically the butler is like, just shut up. Shut up. It's actually the other way around. Girls are supposed to grow faster than boys. Shut up. And later on, there's another scene where the Duke goes and visits like the Marquis estate. And she meets Ellie, like the older sister of Leslie, and she's like, oh, how old are you? Ellie is like 15. And you can see the Duke like put out her hand and like measure something. And you can tell it's like Leslie's height. I forgot what exactly she says, but you can see that she is like comparing Leslie's height to Ellie's. Ellie, who's only 3 years older, but like they have a decent size difference, you know? Like height difference. So it is clear that it's not just genetics that are making Leslie smaller. So it is a running theme throughout the webtoon that it gets commented on how small Leslie is as a result. Like, it's implied. I don't think they ever outwardly say, hey, she is so small because she got starved of food. But it is very much implied, if I remember correctly. Yes, Leslie is so small. She's so cute too. She's adorable. She's my child. If anything bad happens to her again, I might. I don't know actually. The webtoon is over. I know what happens to her, and good for her in the grand scheme of things. So yeah. Having talked about how small Leslie is, let's actually go on and tell you more, because now you have met Sai. You have met Bethrion, you met the Duke, you met Sai. We know Leslie, we know that Leslie's family ain't shit, we know that she's gonna get adopted by a better family. Let me introduce the last family member to you guys, and my husband. His name is Ranty, and the way he is introduced... It's almost time, yes. The way he is introduced in the webtoon is by Leslie and Bethrion look out the window. And Bethrion's like, pointing out, oh, this is your second brother, by the way. So we see him from afar first. And he is standing there with another person. So Leslie is like, oh, who's this? He seems familiar. And this other person is a friend of Ranty's, and this is important for you guys to know because he becomes a reoccurring character, a very important reoccurring character actually. There's one thing I did not tell you about her visit to the church and the temple earlier. When she went to the temple to find out, like, look at the family registry, she ran into someone because she was running away crying because, like, she just had the revelation that actually her family wants her dead and wants her dead for real, because this has been a common thing in her family, like, going back generations. So she was, like, very understandably distraught, right? And so she runs into this young boy who offers her, like, a handkerchief and, like, you know, and that's the boy. That is him. It's Conrad. His name is Conrad because he does introduce himself just like in a moment. Because she's like, oh my god, I remember him. He's the boy that I ran into at the temple who saw me crying. And she like hides away inside of Bethrion because she's like, oh, I don't want him to actually, you know, see me because that's embarrassing. He saw me cry and like he's gonna have questions if he sees me again, right? So me sitting here, absolutely riveting storytelling. So she hides away, and then like when she looks back again, like they're gone. And she's like, oh, okay, they must have gone inside, or they must have left, or whatever. And then we see them. We get to meet them. Conrad is there, and Ranty, and Conrad does introduce himself, like very formally, like, oh, this is my name, what's your name? You know, like full name introduction on his side. And Ranty, the rude, I don't know what kid he is like, points at Leslie, hey bro, what is that? Like, that's legitimately, it's so funny because I go back to that scene so many times. First of all, because that is how he was introduced, so, like, you know, you gotta go back there sometime. But also, what is that? Beth fucking knocks him down, like, gives him a bit of a punch on his old noggin, and it's like, that's a human. Don't call a human dead. And like that's I think the point where Conrad introduces himself, and yes, the part where the painful slow burn begins. Yes. As you can see, that means that Conrad is the love interest for Leslie, and actually I think they did it really, really well for the entire thing, except there was something in the side stories that bothered me a bit, but not enough to make me, like, to leave a bad taste in my mouth for the entirety of the webtoon. But that's another story, don't worry about it. Point being, Conrad introduces himself, blah blah blah, yes, yada yada, my name's this, your name's that, let's go. And then I think Conrad leaves, actually. Ranty's still on the ground, points at Leslie again. So bro, what is that? Cuts himself up when Bethrion like raises his fist again. Who is that? And Beth is like, oh yeah, that's your sister. Like, that's our sister. And Ranty is just there, shocked, mouth open. And I'm sitting there like, yes, perfect introduction to the character. This is now going to be my favorite. Like, actually. Okay, there is one thing I have to actually mention to you guys. I have the uncanny ability to, even before they are introduced as like super powerful magicians, to pick the super strong magician character as my favorite. It keeps happening. Me just sitting there like, oh my god, I like that one. Me 2 chapters later, oh my god, they just introduced him as the Master of the Magic Tower, as the most a powerful wizard around. Oh my god. And it keeps happening. It keeps happening. Anyways, needless to say, Ranty is a magician. That's what I'm trying to get at. And he is pretty strong. Probably not the strongest. Simply because we never get an actual like comparison, because that's not what this webtoon is about. This is very much wholesome Rofan family business kind of thing. Oh my god, the infinite mage brain rot. Oh my god, that hurt to say. No. Okay, I need you guys to know for the Infinite Mage Brain Rot, I am going to be inviting another friend who also reads Infinite Mage, the webtoon, and who I have, well, not forced, but like gotten to make OCs with me. It's so fun. Anyways, speaking of. Anyways. I'm so sorry. I'm so looking forward to Infinite Mage. I have to catch up on the chapters actually. I'm behind because there was like an entire thing, entire arc where they went and had like a thing going on with like swordsmanship and stuff like that. Like he left the academy and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be so honest, there was an art style change for the second season. I'm sitting there like, these are not the characters I fell in love with, but I still like them enough to keep reading. But the art style change almost did me in. I'm gonna be so honest, I almost dropped it. It's been so many chapters since the art style changed, and I still bring it up all of the time with my friends. I'm like, okay, in a friend server that Momo is in, Momo can vouch for me on this one. We have like different like brain rot channels for like everyone, where it's like, oh yeah, like if you don't want to see me geeking out about something, you just mute my channel, right? So we don't like clog the general channel. And I have mine, and mine is called Infinite Brain Rot. Because when I made it, I was so heavy in the brain rot for Infinite Mage. I was just like, yeah, you know what? Yes. And it stayed that way because I still am so into the entire webtoon and like the premise and everything that, but the art style change is doing me in so badly. Because sometimes I just take a screenshot and I'm like mourning. I'm like, who's this? Like, look at this. This is the old art style. Like, this is the same character in the old art style. Look at him in the new art style. That's not the same character. That's not the same character that I learned to love. Me sitting there, like, legitimately, because the first chapter of the second season, we did not have our main trio of like the Magic Academy. Our main character didn't come up in like the first 2 or 3 chapters of the second season. So I was just like, oh, okay, so like we were following these new characters. We only saw them last season like once, and they were children. So like we had like the time skip of them being children to now like present time for the new season, where I'm like, oh, okay, that's what they look like. So I didn't notice the change in Asta immediately because I was like, okay, that's just how these characters are drawn, okay. And then like 3 chapters in or something, our main trio comes on screen, and I'm sitting there like, who are you guys? Like legitimately, I was just standing there like, you don't look even the slightest bit like my main character. Who are you? Okay, guess. But yeah, it happened. And the thing I mourn the most is in the first season, it looked so fun how they used their magic. It looked so fun and so dynamic. And like, yes, obviously they're not as handsome anymore as they were before, yada yada, whatever. I could get through this because like the new art style, like there's panels where you can tell that the artist pays like a lot of attention to them and they look good. Not as good as the consistent art style of the first season though, because the art style in the first season was consistently good. Second season, you have the really good panels. Especially if there's like something like high stakes going on or something like that, or like high serious moment, right? You know how it is. Like they're good and stuff like that, but it's like the first season had such consistently good artwork that you didn't need these few panels that were like great. Like they still had them, don't get me wrong. They still had them. But they weren't necessary as they are with the new art style, because with the new art style, if it wasn't for these few panels looking good, there would be nothing saving the art style. Though I guess it has gotten better the more chapters have been going on. It's still not the same, but it's better than the initial chapters. So that is that. So yeah. Tori, you're gonna be honest, you didn't quite notice the change because you usually at 2 a.m. with barely open eyes. That's so valid. I didn't notice at first either. I was like, okay, new characters. Yeah, that's just what they look like. Fair enough. And then our main trio came on, like Eriki, Nate, and not me forgetting the name of Chiron. Okay, there we go. That's our main character, and I almost forgot his name. So these three came on, and if they had not given me the small introduction bubbles of who the characters are, I would have not known that these are supposed to be our main trio that we have gotten to know last season so well. Like, I'm gonna be honest. And one of the points that I consistently bring up with friends if I talk about the art style change is you should not need to reintroduce your main character in the second season. A bubble telling you that, hey, this is, by the way, Chiron, our MC. Like, they didn't write MC beneath it, but, like, you should not need to do that. That is, like, reserved for new characters, usually. You should not need to reintroduce the character that I have been seeing since chapter 1 to me. Because even we have multiple time skips in the story. We have like Child Chiron, where he's like young and finds out about magic the first time. We have a time skip to more teenager Chiron, like I don't know, like 12, 14 or something like that, where we see him doing like some training arc for himself to like get magic, and we see older Chiron who gets like a bit later teens, where he's like working for a noble. We see Chiron as he goes into the Magic Academy. He changes ages, he changes hairstyles and stuff like that, and we could always tell it was Chiron. Why do you need to reintroduce this character who has gone through multiple physical changes and was easily recognizable for the viewer to me in the second season for his first appearance? It's because the art style changed so much and so drastically that they must have known that we would not have been able to tell that Chiron, Eriki, and Neat are the same characters from the last season. So yeah. Wrong webtoon. We're gonna be talking about that again once I have an Infinite Mage stream, but like, that's that. Speaking of art changes that made you drop something, are any of you familiar with the Royal Chav? Okay, wait, give me a second. Is it the one with the turquoise-haired girl? Is that the one? Because I know that one had like a pretty drastic art change. I didn't read it myself, so I'm not sure if it is that one. It is? Okay, yes. I have heard about the art style change that made a lot of people be like, oh, okay, let's distance ourselves. Me distancing myself from my mic. But yes. The poor thing has gone through like 3 art changes and you couldn't take the last one. Absolutely valid. I will accept another art style change for Infinite Mage on the condition that it goes back to being closer to the first season art style. Because if I go back to it, the shading and everything, it was so nice. Like the line art, the shading and stuff. So nice. Like I remember doing like an actual like referencing like the styles against each other, being like, yeah, I see what the problem is. Like a main problem is the line art style has gotten a lot less complicated. They have gone for easier or more simple-ish line art, which is okay, but they also don't have the same shading style, which makes it look so much different. Like let's not talk about the way that they draw hair in general, because like I loved Eraki's design, overall character design. Like he's my favorite character in this one apart from Chiron. Actually, I really like the trio in general, but Eriki is like my favorite. And I really like this character design because from the way he was designed and like the body language alone, you could tell what kind of character he is. And there's one thing that I've been saying in the first season, especially no longer in the second season that much, but in the first season, Araki was what I imagine Randy from Monster Duchess, the one that we're talking about right now, to have been in his school days. I was legitimately sitting there like, yes, we didn't get much on Randy in the actual Monster Duchess, so I am fine with just assuming that that was how he was in childhood. This kind of like phase into me having Araki as more of a favorite, simply because we get more of his character. So in the lineup, in my mind, Araki is now above Ranty, and for some reason Bailey is all the way at the top. Kale Hanitu's from the trash count is on a whole different podium. Like, these people aren't even in the same staircase, so don't worry about that. No one can compare to that. But yes. The thing is, Araki is not exactly a redhead. His hair is brown. Like a shade of brown. But it was like the design and everything and the way he acted and like holds himself, like carries himself. I was just like, oh my god, that's like Ranty. This is what I imagine Ranty would have been in his school days. Redhead vibes, exactly, it's the vibes. So I was sitting there like, yeah, I'm good with that. You know what? Yeah, I will accept that as my new headcanon, in the sense of that Araki got above Ranty is basically just the fault of like Monster Duchess ended and we didn't have like a lot more screen time for Ranty, so you know, it was bound to happen. So yeah, long hair Chiron would be so nice. Yes, it would be. I'm gonna be so honest. One thing that threw me off. Oh my god, do you guys? Okay, there's one specific chapter because like, um, me trying to make sentence. Okay, I've told you guys that like the new art style, right? Like it's gotten better. Like the new art style, I guess they settled more into the art style. I still don't like it, but it's better. So I'm not gonna say anything about it. Like it's okay, it's great, whatever. Let me look at the Infinite Brain Rot one because I remember there being like, sometimes I give live updates in the server and I'm like just taking a screenshot of something and I send it in the server and I make like my little haha joke that I was thinking of, and then I continue the chapter, and sometimes that results in me being totally off the mark and sometimes being like me being like sends the first image with like my little jokey joke, me scrolls down, sees that I was right, me taking another screenshot, sending that with like, oh my god, I was right, or something like that. You know how it is. But I remember there being a scene where, and I'm gonna out myself for like just a second because I made a hee hee haha joke, and it was like the older sister of the best friend of Chiron. So, you know, just imagine princess vibes. And basically she was like beating up her younger brother and like stepping on him and stuff like that. And I was like making the hee hee ha joke of, you know, the meme of, oh my god, this should be me, right? And I only sent this one picture because after that I think I kept scrolling and I was like, oh, this is actually getting uncomfortable with how much they are focusing on the foot. So I was sitting there like, you know what, I'm just gonna not screenshot that because I was sitting there like, okay, why am I seeing her foot close up? I think that was like one that was like weirding me out. And I was like, okay, fair enough. I could have also let you guys like chat about the hair color. Actually, you know what? You're so right. He has red hair. Don't worry about a single thing, everyone. He has red hair. Absolutely valid. Honestly, with the new art style change and with the way that they're using colors, because like another thing is they use a lot more saturated colors than the initial artists. I'm so sorry. The new artists, like if they had started off with that art, I'm sure no one would be complaining. But because they changed it for the second season, obviously everyone is going to complain because we are used to a very specific art style for the webtoon that we have grown to love. Like, why would you change it? And like not even like a note about, oh, the original artist left or something, or like had health issues, I had to stop because of that. Because I think if they had given us that much at least, people would have been more understanding, and there wouldn't still be people talking about the art style. Because when I see new chapters and I look at them, I see people still talking about the art style. I mean, obviously, I still am talking about the art style. I'm not leaving comments, but like in my friend group, it is very well known that whenever I read the chapters, I still mourn the art style. So, I actually went so far as to try to find the OG artist, because now you see, the thing is, the artist that they are crediting is like, it's an entire studio, so like obviously they have like multiple artists working on them, so like it's not unusual that they would change the artist sometimes, but usually I would be used to them using an artist with an art style similar, or someone who can emulate the art style, right? I went so far as to try and find like the Twitter account or whatever, like equivalent Twitter account of the OG artists, so I could follow them to see more of their art style. Like, that is how desperate I was. I found their account, but like there was nothing there, so I didn't, because I don't think they had a Twitter account or anything. I found it on like some other like Korean website where I was like trying my best to translate as I went. So so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna make myself dizzy with how heated I'm getting over the art style. But actually, when we're doing the Infinite Mage stream, like Fandom Friday, I will probably provide you examples of the art style change, because I will be grabbing pictures of like their initial appearance and how they are looking in the newest chapters, and I'm gonna need your guys' opinion, because I'm gonna be unfair to the new artists. And I'm gonna be like, for Chiron, Eriki, Need, these three especially, I am going to grab a screenshot of their first appearance. I will also give like a later appearance of their new art style, but I will take the first appearance of the new art style of them, where they actually had to give me bubbles telling me who the character is, just so I can make my point. You want the title to be Infinite Brain Rot? It is going to be, probably, because that is the title of my it's the title of my server channel, where I just get to go stupid. Also, Crasher, I see you have made yes, give me a second. Tor, you like spreading misinformation? Oh my god, I'm so gonna quote you on that. Glad you were the only one with it, right? Like, it's so weird what the artist sometimes focuses on, like the new one with the art style. Like, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird sometimes what they concentrate on. And wait, Momo, what did you say? What it looks like? Like, on the one hand, I think Momo brought up that it looks a bit like the art style that would be more suited for these villainous manga or webtoons, I guess. So, I think that was Momo who said that. And sometimes I see like what they're drawing, and like sometimes I'm sitting there like, oh, were they an artist for like action webtoons beforehand? Because that would make so much sense, because in action webtoons, from my experience, the art style is not as important as being able to portray like the movements and stuff going on, right? So, so I'm just sitting there like, oh, like this artist is doing really, really well whenever there's like action scenes coming up. And like, one thing that weirded me out so much is that the thing that I brought up was like, oh, I loved how they drew magic using in the first season. In the second season, there is a very specific part of them using magic that weirded me out so much, that where I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Because it was one of the tests that they had, where it was like heart rate test. It's like the heartbeat test. It's like, oh, you have to make your heart beat so fast, and you need to still keep control, because like I forgot what the reason was. Something about you need to be able to still think even under a stressful situation. So even if your heart is racing or something like that, whatever. I'll get back to it when that's actually the point of the stream. But literally them doing this test looked like they were going Super Saiyan. It was so weirded out because I was sitting there like, no. Them using the magic in the first season looked so beautiful to me. And like so fluid and so like instinctively, you know? Like the time when Chiron and Eriki went against each other in the speed gun test. Like, yes, you could see that they put in effort, but it also looked like something you would actually enjoy doing. Like, that looked like this is the reason why they are putting so much effort into doing magic, because it looks like it brings you so much joy in the way they use it. Like, that is the feeling I got. And then in the new season, oh, we have a new test, and they go Super Saiyan for their heartbeat test. I'm sitting like, okay, this actually, you know, well, yeah, no, I'm not into that. That looks actually like it would take the fun out of doing the magic. Because we're gonna get into the magic system for that webtoon, and in that stream, for sure, because it's important, like a very important part of the story. But like, if magic is not fun, if it's not something you enjoy, I can't imagine people doing it in that magic system, except for the ones who are striving for power, and the ones who strive for power are usually not good people. So I'm sitting there like, this does not look like fun anymore. The way they use magic, it does not spark joy. So yeah, also let me look at Crasher's art for a second. Oh my god, Crasher drew a K car. Oh my god, I could be in Cars the movie. Which movie are we at for Cars? You guys, where are we? Where are we for the Cars movies? I need to know which one I'm gonna be in. K-Car is now canon, yes! That's so cute. Let me put a reaction to it. Thank you. Thank you, Crasher. One, and what else do I want to give for a reaction? Let's go with this one. Let's give another head pet, because I have 2 head pets. There we go, so cute. Speaking of villainous manhwa webtoons, your collection has grown a lot, and none of them quite managed to scratch the itch. That's so fair, honestly. Very, very fair. It is very hard, especially because a lot of like the villainous manga came out after like the hype started. So it is kind of hard to find something that works and like is actually good. I'm still waiting for the way to protect the female lead's older brother. There we go. The way to protect the female lead's older brother. I'm still waiting for that one to come back, because the artist for that one had health issues, so it's on indefinite hiatus right now. But I'm waiting for it to come back, because that was such a good one, actually. Like, she was an actual villainess, and I loved her for that. In your opinion, Chiron is low-key becoming an aura farmer, and didn't feel like that in the first season. Yes, in the first season it really felt like Chiron is there just for the love of magic, and because he enjoys magic so much. And in the second season, like, yeah, I understand, like, some things are happening, like, with these new characters joining and stuff like that. Like, yeah, of course you want to be better than them, or whatever, because you want to prove to them, whatever you want to prove to them. Actually, I couldn't get quite behind it, because I was already there, like, the thing is, for Infinite Mage, when the 2 new characters came in, you know, the ones that were, like, working for Arcane, or under Arcane, I guess, when they came to the school, I looked at the RAW, so like no translation beforehand. I didn't like go through the bother of translating them myself, because I was like, in a couple hours the translated version is gonna drop, so I don't need to. And I was looking at the pages, and I don't know if the new artist is just really bad with body language, because I was looking at the RAWs, I was like, under the impression that that's not Chiron. That is not the way Chiron would act. He would actually not be as aggressive from what we have seen with him. Like, you know, like he was so aggressive in his body language that I was legitimately under the impression that he was also aggressive in the way he spoke to the others without me. I didn't translate anything because I was like, I'm just gonna wait for the official translation before I translate something wrong with like Google Translate or whatever. So I was waiting for the official translation. And then I was reading the official translation, and I remember this very specifically because I was in the server talking about this is not the Chiron I know. This is not my baby boy. This, I don't know, man. He's so aggressive and stuff about all of that. And then I read the actual translation. I was like, okay, so like he's not as aggressive in the way he speaks or something like that, but the body language really, really made it seem like it. So so that's that. The newest arc is kind of losing you. Yes, it is. I do like Amy and Chiron, and like Amy and Chiron as a couple. Like, I'm not one of the Amy haters that I see in the comments all of the time. But they went to this like island, right? And I didn't even get past them almost getting scammed. And I'm like literally stuck there because I have to catch up on so many chapters now. And I'm just gonna... Someone tell me when Eriki comes up again. Maybe that's gonna motivate me to actually catch up. Because the arc right now, like, yes, I was looking forward to Chiron meeting his best buddy again. I was looking forward to them getting to hang out. But from the spoilers I read, this basically was an entire setup for... Well, first of all, Chiron finding out something new that's probably gonna make him stronger again, whatever. But also, Chiron's bestie and his girlie, they want to fight against Chiron and Amy. I'm sitting there like, it's just another reason for them to fight. Like, this entire arc is just Chiron gets stronger because he finds something on the island that he was looking for, like some kind of answer that makes him have more insight, whatever, and for him to fight like swordsmen. So we know how like swordsmanship works against like magic or something like that. So I'm like sitting there like, so that's that question mark. Yes, Blue Hair Boy. I think that's like I share screenshots of him with the people as well, and I think that's like Momo, the character that Momo likes best in the story. But Momo also, I don't think you have read the story, have you? Don't worry. But yes, the newest arc chapter just feel like the beach arc. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because like, yeah. Like, I get it, like, cute moments with Amy and Chiron and stuff like that. But I liked it, especially in the first season, because, like, yes, obviously, it was very obvious that Chiron and Amy were going to be, like, romance, right? But, like, in the first season, it did not feel that bad. Let's say it like that. Like, in the first season, it actually felt like the author and like the artists and stuff like that were building up on them getting to know each other as friends, like especially like, yes, they have like a fake dating thing going on, whatever, but they were getting to know each other as like friends more so than as romantic options. And now that they've gone to the beach arc, like, I understand they're following the novel question mark. I think so. I've read like some of the novel. I'm not where they are at the beach, like at the island at all yet. But basically, I don't know if they're still following the novel or if they decided to make it more interesting somehow. Because from what I read in the novel, we get a lot more information in the novel about a lot of things. Like Amy's best friend. Did you guys know that she has healing magic? And that she's actually really fucking good at it? That's something we learned from the novel when she gets introduced. We also learned that actually she didn't know what she wanted to do. She was just like thinking, oh yeah, like Amy wants to become a sniper for the like battlefront. I guess I'm gonna become a healer on the battlefront. But Chiron actually like motivated her to think about an actual dream that she wants to have and that she wants to achieve. So like we get a lot more information. We also get ages. Did you know that Eriki is actually 18 years old already? Very good information for me to know, because I would feel very, very weird about being invested in a character that's like a minor, you know. But yeah. So basically I'm just sitting here like, you know, We get so much information from the novel that we don't get in the webtoon, and I understand why. But also, I'm sitting here like, do they still follow the novel at this point? Because I don't know. To be fair, Tori, you can spoiler me. I don't know if anyone else here in chat doesn't want to be spoiled. For me, it's not a problem, because actually I started reading the novel so I could spoil myself on what's going to happen, because I started reading the novel when Sharon was legitimately in a coma. Let's call it that. So you know how it is. I didn't get that far, I guess, because I was like, yeah, I don't just want to start reading where it like lets off with the chapters in the webtoon. I want to start from the beginning, which was a good decision because we get a lot of information on it, like on stuff. So yeah, man, I miss the good old times. Me thinking about the good old times just being the old art style, because I feel like if the art style hadn't changed, I could even forgive a lackluster like story arc for a bit. Because I would be like, yeah, you know what, it's okay. Like sometimes not every story arc can be a hit. Sometimes you just need one that's like, you know, like that. So yeah. The mafia plotline they currently have going on, oh my god. I saw that one dude, he was like, oh my god, my name is this and this, and then it cuts to someone being interrogated and dropping the name of that dude. I'm like, that's actually such a good plot twist that just happened. It's not a plot twist, it's actually just build up, don't worry about it. I know I just used that one wrong, but yeah, and I was like, oh my god, that's so great. I'm gonna take a break from it now. I actually put it into like the server. I was like, oh my god, that was such a good plot twist. Such a good twist just happened in the story. I'm gonna take a break now. And I'm totally taking the break because of the twist. That's not a twist, totally. And not because of any other reasons. So yeah. The infinite brain was so strong it hijacked the stream. Oh my god, no. Let's try to persevere. Let me give other brain rot. Okay, everyone, there might be a slight hiccup to the stream in a second. I am opening my browser. So I hope that didn't get you. So yeah. Discord. Open please, thank you. Oop. My live TD just got stuck because I was opening something. I hope there weren't too many frame drops or there weren't too much stuff going on. So yeah. Oh my god. It's time for a break. Everyone hydrate and shrimp and stretch. Thank you for the reminder, Crasher. Stop it, Discord shop. I don't want to buy a nameplate. Mostly because did you guys know my credit card doesn't work with Discord? It's like, oh, sorry, can't do. Your credit card says nah. So I'm just like not spending money on Discord. One of the big reasons why I do not have a, how do you say, Nitro, there we go, Nitro is what I wanted to say. If we're here anyways, I'll show you guys the K car. Let's see, where is it? Let me share it with the people. Except if you're not okay with it, Crasher. Okay, let's try image source. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the K card first. Everyone, look at this. It's the K card. Let me put it over there. It's the K card that Crasher made for us. Look at us. Do you see this? I could be in the new Cast movie. I don't know if there's gonna be a new Cast movie, but if there is, I can be in it. Vroom, indeed. So yeah. Anyways, this just gives you an excuse to write a whole infinite brain rant for the time we speak about it. Honestly, Tori, if you want to, you can also make an infinite mage OC, because she and I, we have both made OCs, and they're like low-key fitting into the story kind of deal. kind of OCs, like OCX can and stuff. Obviously, me personally, I would love to ship my OC with Araki just because I can. But we'll see how it goes. I've never actually worked that far. You know. um, Actually, how didn't you think about that? I don't know. I don't know. I'm so looking forward to the Infinite Brain Rot stream though, because it's gonna be great. But also, yes, please perceive the car. I have my own nameplate and it's called K. CAE. It's the K car. So, yes. Crashy, do you want Nitro and your thingies to fit your profile? It's so valid. The things that I have for my profile, like if you click on my profile in Discord, I have like, you know, like stars and stuff going on. All of those were gifted to me by Momo. So yeah, and if I have Nitro at some point in time, it's usually because some friend gifted it to me because I was like, oh, can't send you that thing. The picture that I'm trying to send is too big or something like that. You know how it is. So yeah. All good. So yes, don't worry about it. Okay, but now it's time to show you guys my husband. Look at him. It's him with his high ponytail up. Actually, let me make him a bit smaller so I can put him into this. There we go. There we go. Now where I cancel. I just realized that my there we go. The order of my stuff was all messed up, so I had to reorder it. This is my husband. This is Randy. This is him after the time skip because we have a time skip in the story that's 4 years. So like after like the whole adoption stuff and things go on, there's a lot of drama happening there. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone because it's actually really fun to read about it. Let me just say there's a noble trial going on, and a noble trial can absolutely ruin the reputation of the family, like as in stripped of the title kind of ruin. That's how bad it can be. Anyways, this is him after the time skip, and look at him, he's so pretty. He is with the magic estate, the magician's estate. There we go. There's like in the magician's estate, there's like the 10 high magicians basically, and they like rotate and stuff like that. It's like the 10 strongest magicians in the estate. They're like, you know, the ones who fill those places in a sense. And it's kind of like so that there's like no tyranny going on or something like that. And he is one of the 10 magicians, so you can imagine he is probably one of the strongest magicians anyway. So you can see, wow. His hair reminds you that you're totally normal about redhead characters. Yes, absolutely same. I'm so normal about redhead characters. So normal. Yeah. Don't doubt me about that. He's great, isn't he? Look at him. That's my husband. His name is Renty. He's of the Salvatore family. He's a magician. He is very rude. He is like a bit of a bitch, but don't worry about it. He does love his little sister very much, and he does threaten people. Like if people send like marriage proposals and stuff like that, he will run them out of town if it's like, you know, the usual. The family in general is very overprotective of Leslie, so that's also not out of the norm. Like don't worry about it. But also he's a bit of a little trickster because he keeps pranking Leslie. So much so that when this chapter came out with him with the long hair, like with the hair up, Leslie is like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. And he's like, oh no, I'll talk to you, big bro. I promise I'm not gonna prank you this time. I was like, what do you mean this time? He's absolutely horrible sometimes in the sense of, do you know that meme with the, which bear is it? The one that washes his hands a lot. Chat, help me out. Give me animal lore. The one who washes like all of his food and fuck. Raccoon. There we go. It's the raccoon. You do know that one raccoon meme where it was just like me losing every single word in the dictionary right now, where it was just like fairy floss, right? And like it disappears and like it looks heartbroken. There is a scene in the novel in the webtoon where Leslie gets like a present of candy floss that's like put into like small little pressed together packages kind of type, and she's like, oh, what's this? And Renty, in his infinite wisdom, is like, oh my god, I think I've heard about this is like the thing that you're supposed to put into your cocoa to make it sweeter. And Leslie does that, and then it's like legitimately the meme of the raccoon losing its candy floss is like in there. It's like it's so bad. Anyways, he later got forced to go into a sparring match with their older brother, Befrion, which, who know, is with the knights. And, you know, Rand is a magician, and magicians are not very strong, if you can imagine. So, there's that. He got his comeuppance. Don't worry about it. Also, none of the brothers have a love interest the entirety of this thing, because the Duke is like, oh, I don't know, if my kids want to marry, then they can, but I'm not gonna arrange anything for them, which, you know, nice. Anyways, one thing, there's only one thing that not necessarily bothered me, but kind of threw me off in the side stories for this one, because like the main story really good. I really enjoyed the main story and like the progression and stuff like that. Like the ending, it was really great. Like the main story, please read it if you can, if you have the chance. Also, hi Blanky, how you doing? You missed the K car. um, but the side stories, they're also still really good, because like we get some glimpses in like the past, like of like the time skip, like some stuff that happened within the time skip of the 4 years after Leslie was officially adopted and stuff like that. Which is really nice. By one of the side stories, it's like her and like Conrad, they're like together by the end of the main story, right? And one of the side stories is like them going to visit like other people. There's like this whole thing going on with there's like these twins, like male and female twins, but they look like so alike that people can't tell them apart. So Leslie gets like along with the both of them, if I remember correctly, but like jokes around like with the female twin who like dressed up as her brother. So to everyone who is looking in from the outside, it seems like Leslie is with the twin brother, right? And the twin is like doing this fake inviting Leslie to the ball kind of deal, like on one knee, and like Leslie is like fake accepting it, I guess. And Conrad sees that. And like they're together at that point, like mind you, they are together, like they're a couple, like they've like promised themselves to each other, whatever. So yeah. And obviously Conrad is not happy about it. He kind of is avoiding Leslie because, like, you know, it's like not an ideal situation. Conrad is under the impression that Leslie is having a better time with some other dude, and you know, which is not the problem. That's not the problem that I had. The problem was that it was all made out to be like Conrad's fault in a sense. Like he was the one who had to go and apologize to Leslie. And it just felt like very lackluster, because like I understand it's like the ultimate fantasy of she was mistreated and like she was brought into this very good family for her, and like everyone is like loves her and stuff like that. But also sometimes you can have her admit her fault. Like that's one of the things that bothered me of this in the side stories. Like it wasn't a big thing or anything. It was just like I was reading, I was like, okay, but like why is like nothing ever made to be even a bit of Leslie's fault? Like her family also, nothing ever is Leslie's fault, which is like, okay, I get it. You guys are overprotective of her. I get it. With the past she had, okay, fair enough. And like I'm glad that Leslie grew up in a way of not like becoming super selfish, but like we've seen it a lot of time. If kids are left without any like repercussions for anything that they do, like not even an apology if they did something wrong, then they learn that they can get away with everything. So you know, in the middle of a checkup, you look at the message and almost died laughing. Oh my god, okay, so you did see the cake, let's go. Hope your checkup went well though. We are currently talking about the Monstrous Duke's Adopted Daughter, which is a webtoon that I'm trying to get people to read. Also, we're talking about my husband, who you can see over there. He's very cute, isn't he? Anyways. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't want to tell you guys the entire story. I'm sitting here like, was that enough to entice you to go read the webtoon? If not, then I might try out the read-along thing that we were talking about, like webtoon reading streams, because that sounds fun. So, you know. You know. So yeah. Yes. Fantastic. Please go read it. Drake, you wanted a webtoon anyway? Yeah, but I actually think I recommended this one to you already. I don't know if you've read it yet, but like I'm pretty sure I put it into my list because this is one of my favorites. Like even though I just brought up like my gripe with the side stories, it's still one of my favorites. So there's that. Reading Solo Leveling on K-Stream when? Don't. I couldn't even manage finishing Solo Leveling. Solo. No, legitimately, I stopped reading around the end arc. I think, like, after the end, like, I got through the End Island arc. I think that is legitimately almost where I stopped. The end arc, and then something, like, I think his dad came back from one of the portals, question mark, and that's where they lost me. I was like, yeah, actually, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna read something else. Goodbye. Also, this would be webtoon number, really big number, that you would be reading that has an MC that was abused by her family. Don't worry about it. Honestly, fair. This one, I started reading it when like all of the I was isekai, I was reincarnated, and like the family is like really abusive, so I tried to save myself by getting adopted by someone else, yada yada, whatever. Like these stories are really, really big. Monster Duchess does not have isekai elements or time travel or anything of that nature, which is why it stood out to me so much during that time, because every other one was like, oh, they died, like they go back in time, like with their knowledge, or like, oh, they are like from our world, it's like ours, and they read like the original novel, so they know what happens, or blah blah blah, whatever. That one doesn't do that, so that's fun. Solo leveling is just aura farming, and that's boring. Yes, I enjoyed the beginning when it was still actually stuff happening where you were invested, but the same goes for me with Triple S Class Suicide Hunter. Like it's a good story and everything, but at some point it's just him aura farming, and I think they lost me when he kept dying over and over again with his girlfriend, so he could spend like time with her. Like, okay, I get it, I guess. Happens. So yeah. But I lost interest in it afterwards. Like, yes, I'm so glad you found someone who has like similar abilities and you can actually be genuinely in love with, I guess. That's not what I was reading this for though. I'm so sorry. Solo leveling, the true aura farming guide, you are so right about that. Dying and coming back in time is even infecting your precious Yuri archives. No! No! I understand though. It's sad, isn't it? The thing is, it's not like I don't enjoy the stories. I do. But it just becomes more of the same thing every time. Because like, yes, the first few stories, yes, they're great. And then it just feels like people aren't trying to come up with a new idea to make it like unique anymore. Like, yeah, sometimes it's like really fun because like something unique is going on still. But if it's just like the same old of, oh, I'm reincarnated as the villainess, but like because I'm so great, everyone starts loving me. Just because I'm like being more ditzy and more airheaded and more cutesy, right? Like sometimes that's just like, yeah, that's fun to read like 2 or 3 times, but like after that it becomes a bit too much. Let me see, one that I'm currently reading that I am invested in. Let me see. One that I'm invested in that is on the premise that has something unique going on. Let me see. Me opening actually my my manga reading website. Okay, let me go into my notifications, I guess. What has been updated recently? I don't read you anymore. I don't read you anymore. I don't read you anymore. The thing is, I get updates on like webtoons and mangas being updated, and a lot of them I don't even read anymore because like I dropped them. So there's just like them popping up sometimes. I'm like, okay. And now the ultimate isekai story, ultimate that you need to read is Trash of the Count's Family or Loud of the Count's Family, however you want to call it. That is the only one that I will force you to read because this one is so good, so great. Nothing better has been ever seen. My absolutely favorite redhead, me looking at Tori, there's a redhead in there. The main character is a redhead. Note, please note. But the yes sounds like you are already in there, I guess. You're in the trenches with me, but yes, that is the one you all need to read because that one is one so unique still that I love and I'm going to be reading because I have been assembling the official English translated novels for that one, so I can read it to you guys on stream, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the first 4 volumes I have on hand already, so I think I can actually start reading them on reading streams for you guys without running out of space, and probably getting the 5th volume before I've run out. So that's that. Yes! Do we want to know what Yuri is? Should I introduce it to chat? I don't know if I want to after you guys told me that you don't want to hear about the Omegaverse. I don't know if you deserve to hear about Yuri if you don't want to hear about the Omegaverse. You love that dude, yes! I too need to catch up. I've seen the people go crazy on Twitter about Kale's newest outfit, and honestly, I'm right there with them. Right there with them. I'm so glad for all the fan art because I'm sitting like, oh my god, you're so right for that. You are so right for that, you people. So yeah. What is the Omegaverse? I'm gonna tell you guys if you're like, oh, we want it on a Fandom Friday, then I'm gonna tell you. Then we're gonna have an entire stream just about the Omegaverse where I explain everything to you. No! Why does no one want to hear about the Omegaverse? Why are you infringing on my creativity, you guys? Also drink, you guys, please. Okay, this one I'm currently invested in because it's fun. Also because the kids don't act like kids at all. So sometimes you just gotta. You are getting very basic, so I'm not gonna use you. You are still fun. Oh my god, Infinite Mage had a new update. 2 days ago, damn. I'm behind, mans. I'm not reading any of you anymore, damn. The way I've stopped reading all of them. Oh, there is one that's actually very, very, very unique. But also, you know. Okay, one that is unique that has someone from another world coming in is a fortune-telling princess. She comes from our world. She was like a very successful actress that could also see ghosts. And in her dream she was always seeing like this other life of like this other girl, and like she was always seeing the same one over and over and over again, and like this girl, she kept dying over and over because her and her brother was like really getting into stupid shit. And then she could never interject in anything at all. And then there's like an incident, like an accident where she gets hurt, and that is where she goes into the other world. And then it turns out, because she gets informed about it, that the reason that she has been seeing this life of the other girl the entire time was because there was a clerical error in the reincarnation process, and their souls were swapped. And that is why so much misfortune was in their lives, because everyone instinctively and subconsciously could tell that that was not the right soul. So basically all of the shit that happened to them was because that was the wrong soul. So now that the right soul's in the bodies, like their life is going better because of that. But also they still have to, like, you know, do stuff to get there. So yeah. No worry, Blanky. If you want to know, I can send you a DM. Just DM me and be like, hey, what's that? And I will actually unsave you. Everyone trying to save you. Me just sitting here like, nah, never mind, I can tell. Me sitting here like, I'm just not gonna say it on stream until you guys allow me to talk about the Omega verse. K, yes, yes, K, yes. It's okay, don't worry about it. Now the next one is I will protect my tyrant dad, which is just funny because the dad, he's like actually kind of unhinged, but the kid, she's like, was she reincarnated? I think she like came from like a different world, whatever. She is absolutely convinced that her dad is the softest, most easily scammable person alive, and that dad is at fault for that, because that is the persona he has been portraying, so that his girlie can grow up like not having to worry about anything. But like she's very worried actually. She's sitting there like, I have to protect my dad, and then like he gets called back to like his main family, and like the main family is like this really big villainous family, and like he is supposed to become the head, and like in the OG story that she read, like he dies or something like that, like he's not the head of the family. So she's like, oh my god, of course my father dies, because like he's the sweetest and most nicest person ever, so obviously I have to protect him, and I have to become like the villainess in this one, and like get out us to be like stronger and stuff like that, so that my poor little dad doesn't suffer, because he's too poor for this world to um and that's so funny, because the dad actually is the worst in the family. Like, everyone else in the family is not as bad as him when it comes to being a villain. He's just minding his manners in front of his daughter. It's actually that's the fun part about it. Like, yeah, it's very off the run and stuff like that. And like, but it's so funny because she is absolutely convinced that she has to protect her dad. And she even tells her dad multiple times, don't worry, dad, I'll protect you. You don't have to be scared. It's so cute. Oh. At least make Blanky stay innocent until the Omegaverse Fandom Friday. So you guys are saying that I can't have an Omegaverse Fandom Friday? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing? I'm not gonna get thrown out of the group by you guys if I do a Fandom Friday for the Omegaverse. Okay, in that case, I will shut up until the Omegaverse Fandom Friday happens, and at that point, I will be yapping, you guys. No! Blanky attend. I swear it's not that bad, probably. Me, who has been on the internet since I was like 12 or 11, specifically on Tumblr, which is a hellhole itself. Nothing can shock me anymore. Me sitting there like, oh, Megaverse is actually a really fun way of storytelling. It's actually not that bad. Me sitting here like, it's actually not that bad. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you guys give me enough suggestions for the Omega, not the Omegaverse, for Fandom Fridays, wait, let me... Fandom Friday suggestions, please. There you go. We know. Please recommend me some topics that you would like to see featured for future Fandom Friday streams. Let me put some emotes there to make sure that you guys know that I'm being serious. Then we instantly cancel. We instantly pin this message that I totally misspelled just one word inside of it. Don't worry about it. Save. And then I'm gonna make use of the stickers that have become part of this wonderful, wonderful server. There we go. Gimme, you guys. We now have a server channel where you can give me suggestions for Fandom Friday topics. I don't know, man. You can find it in my server, in the Discord server that I totally did not just create this channel. Don't worry, don't worry. So let's go! Tori and I in the same hall. Let's shake hands. It's great. Your dragon friends will absolutely revel in the chaos next Friday, unironically. Oh my god, what's going on next Friday? Me sitting here like, what's going on? Tell me. You will come to that Fandom Friday and either see the light or be traumatized, and you will like get also help me people. You won't see the light of the sun again once. It's okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry. It's actually it's not that bad. In my me sitting here like it's not that bad. Trust me. But also sitting here like, you know, it's fine. Yeah, don't worry, Tori. I'm just as normal. Blanky, you missed me talking about my totally normal obsession with Bailey earlier. Because my friend started working on the character sheet and I was so normal about it and I swear I'm gonna... Anyways, hello. Don't worry, Tori, it can be normal together. Is basically what I'm saying, but also Blanky, you you missed something great. I don't have anything to show off yet because you know, it's still being worked on. But I'm so normal, I swear. I commissioned Biz to make a character sheet of Bailey for me from the game TM. So I'm getting a male and a female character sheet for Bailey, and I'm so happy. Biz started working on the male version yesterday. I was so happy. It's already looking so good. I'm so happy. Yes. We are biased in that regard, so you don't know. That's so fair. You being aware of the Omegaverse since you were 13. Honestly, it's so fair. I became aware of the Omegaverse because I tried to avoid Mpreg. I was like, yeah, no, that's the first Mpreg fanfiction I ever read. The person getting pregnant died during childbirth. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna read that again, ever again. So yeah. Yes, the Mpreg, it wasn't even tagged and stuff like that. There was no Mpreg tag, there was no major character death tag. Nothing was tagged. I was just like, oh my god, these two characters, they're silly. And suddenly someone was pregnant. And suddenly someone died. I was like, okay, I guess. Yeah. Now I'm gonna read any of that again, I guess. You do indeed, Blanky. You do. Yes, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be so honest. I'm so not normal about Bailey, by the way, that I have like looked at VGen for custom physical goods where the people like make acrylic charms for you, like they make the drawing and everything, and like get in contact with the manufacturer to like make the keychain for you and then send it to you once it's done and stuff like that, and also like dolls and stuff like that. I'm gonna be spending so much money on this damn fictional character. Anyways, um, who knows? Feel free to ask the question. If Tori tells me not to answer it, I won't answer it. In that way, I can protect you, maybe. Also, another one of the webtoons that I'm currently reading is Becoming the Queen at the Age of 6. This one is a going back in time kind of deal. The kid is just very unhinged in the sense of that's not a child, which honestly checks out, but also she's so funny for that. So yeah. Oh yeah, MPreg is just short for male pregnancy. So, you know, is her name Florentia? Oh wait, I think Florentia is from I'll Be the Matriarch in This Life. Because like yeah, it's Tia. No, that's I'll Be the Matriarch in This Life. Becoming the Queen at the age of 6. Girly in recent chapters almost stabbed someone, and she's like 6 years old, so that's just slightly more unhinged. Today we're doing Nia Fandom Friday. You're not gonna hold back at all. Honestly, valid. Now, for a Nia Fandom Friday, I either will have to invite someone who actually played the games and explains to me what's been going on, or I will have to play the games myself, which means that it will take longer until we get there. Who is in this one though? What's her name? Oh, it's transmigration, by the way. It was not time travel. She just got transmigrated into the oh my god, that's my husband. I forgot about him. Oh my god, I forgot about him. Let me get my husband. Let me show off my husband. I just have to grab some of his pictures. Has image, thank you. Give me my boy. There's so much fan art in this channel now. Not because of me necessarily. I have given some in there, but like, you know. You know what, Kay and Tori collab before GTA 6? If Tori is up for it, yes. I'm scrolling. I can't read chat right now because I'm scrolling through Discord. I'm sorry, everyone. How many pages are there's 48 pages of me for okay. If you have Fandom Friday ideas, we now have a channel in the server called Fandom Friday Suggestions. Please, you can find it under the KLM BLTane part of the server. So where the announcements and the clips go, that is where you should be able to find, and you could put them inside. I like your idea, Blank. I like your idea of alternate endings to animes we all like. Lovely. Feel free to send it in there, and it will be added to the list officially, because I will not know if I can remember that for that long. I'm sorry. Just give me a second so I can find the picture, please. Give me the picture. He appeared for like 2 or 3 chapters. I was like, oh my god, that's my favorite. Turns out he is once again a magician or something like that. Totally overpowered. I didn't know that when I picked him. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess I have a type once again. So yeah. Oh my god, that's my baby. Let me get the child first. Save. She's so fucking cute. She's also kind of unhinged, but she's so cute. Not the picture I was looking for, but like, if I saw her, that means, oh my god, that's hot of him. I mean, what? Save image, save image. Also, this is not the same character, so I'm not gonna share this image. There we go. I've got 4 images to show you guys, so let's go. I will become the matriarch in this life is such a good one, yes. Honestly, I really like the twins. For no reason whatsoever. Anyways, I'm gonna show you the child first. There we go. This is the child in her... There we go. Natural state, question mark? Don't worry about it. Isn't she cute? Look at her tee-heeing around the world. Look at her go. You can't? Wait. Okay, let me check if I did something wrong. Edit. Permissions. I don't want advanced permissions. There we go. Sorry, you guys. Attach. Do this. Sure. My bad. Save changes. Okay, can you try again? I'm sorry. My bad. There we go, you did it, Blank, thank you. Also, thank you for telling me that it didn't work. It accidentally synced it to, like, the category permissions instead of other things, because that's, like, for the live stream and the announcement channel, like, there's, like, the permission of you guys can't send messages in there, so it synced it to that one. That was on me, my bad, I didn't notice that, so yeah. Then you can endlessly yap about your love and nobody will stop you. Fantastic. Tori, please make your way into my DMs so we can plan for a Fandom Friday of you talking about Nier. Mo is there already as well. God Eater and Cold Rain. Yes, you're so right about that. I was thinking about making today a God Eater stream, but then I was like, I don't want to give everyone the lore about, like, all 3 games, because, like, you know, they're interconnected in a sense, like, you know, so I don't want to spoil anything. I was like, okay, so what about, like, God Eater weapons, because, like, that's fun. So yeah, that's funny, right? When I was like, okay, but I don't have screenshots of all the weapons. And I also don't have all of the weapons crafted. I also don't have experience with reusing all of the weapons, because I've only used like 4 of them at this point, or 5, I guess. So there's still a couple missing that I'm not too familiar with, right? So yeah. So yeah. Anyways, she's adorable, isn't she? Let me get another picture of her. This was like 5 seconds before she tee-heed her way through life. Her trying to stab a man. Let's go! Right? Fantastic! Yes, it says please reach me soon, Tori. She's so adorable, isn't she? This is not Monstrous Duke, by the way. This is just me being very stupid. Don't worry about it. Okay, now for my husband pick for that one. Ta-da! Look at him! 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 Isn't he cute? Isn't he adorable? Isn't he fantastic? Anyways, don't you guys think he's cute? Isn't he the most adorable little thing you've ever seen? Do you want to see the second picture I have of him? The second picture really made him my type, by the way. Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! He looks so... Okay, wait, actually let me make him bigger. There you go. Look at him. Look at how dead he looks in the eyes. Let me put him on you guys. Chat, you have to hold him for a second. That's him. Look how dead his eyes look. Look how absolutely unhinged he looks. Look at that. That's my type. I can't even lie. That's my type. Isn't he adorable though? Look at him. He's even helpful. He like heals people. He's like a doctor or something. And he gave our child a magic dagger that she can use to stab people and like poison them at the same time. It happens. He's so helpful. Yes, 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 yes. Isn't it great? Anyways, let me get rid of him again. There you go. Chat, you're back. You can eat your bread again. You're safe. Don't worry about it. So yeah. But anyways, do I have anything more to say about the Duchess actually? I do want to do a stream. It's probably also gonna be a Fandom Friday where I just show off the merch and like the actual physical copies of the books for this one. Because I think it's gonna be fun, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, also, I have a question, everyone. What do you think about this overlay? Like with, let me try to, where is it? There you go. Me going over there. I'm holding this up now. See, this is me holding this up. What do you think about this part? Does it look fun? Does it look nice? Can you actually see the picture I put in there, or is it like no good? Do I have to find another way to show stuff up? Like show you guys stuff? Because the other way is that if you remember the way the Chi stream was, like the stream with Chi where I showed the live 2D model the first time, we were like down in the corner, right? We were down in the corner, and like everything else was up here where I am currently. But because it was like only this one picture that I wanted to have, like the cover art, I didn't plan on showing off more pictures. Do you guys that works for if it's just this one picture, it's gonna be there for the entirety? Like if we're watching a video or something, we're totally going to have it up here where it can be bigger, and I'm gonna be down there to like be smaller and like react, I guess. But yeah, what do you think? Can I keep it like that, or do I have to find another way? Couldn't see it for blank. Tori says for you it works. Okay. Seems good. Okay. So I guess the couldn't see it wasn't for this one. Wait, couldn't see the picture of the husband? Is that what you were talking about? Or me trying to figure out what we couldn't see? Okay, wait. I can bring the husband back. There you go. Look at his dead fish eyes. Actually, there's one thing I need to tell you guys. You know, Bisque was working on like the Bailey character sheet yesterday on stream, right? And then we're like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna give him a shine, like eye shine at all. I'm just like sitting there like, yes. Because, they need him to look more dead inside or something like that, right? And I was like, yes, absolutely, no eye shine for this man. Absolutely not. So yeah, that's that. So I like my man with absolutely no sign of life in their eyes, I guess. This is also why Child was my favorite in Genshin Impact. So yeah. Yes. Bisque worked on Bailey on stream yesterday. Like on Bisque's stream, so I was just like in chat because I knew I wouldn't be normal if I joined a voice channel. So it's just like, you know, minding my own business in chat. But yeah, I think the VOD should still be up for Bisque if you want to check it out. Because yes. Bisque has been doing a really good job already, and I'm very happy with how it's looking. So I'm looking forward to the end results. Totally not, because then I can start commissioning stuff. Don't worry about it. I would never. Well, so I personally, I've not looked into Blue Lock, But I have a friend who's like really into Blue Lock, so I do know something. Do know that one of the characters is just straight up called Kaiser. Uh, he just randomly speaks German sometimes, so the friend comes over and is like, "Hey, did he actually say the thing that they translated it as for this pen?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much actually." Like auf die Knie. I remember that one because they asked me about that one. So yeah, that's all I know about Blue Lock, and the fact that it's about football, no soccer. One of the two. I don't know which one it is called in the universe of Blue Lock. But that, and I know that if you're trying to Blue Lock it, then if you lose in there, then you can never become a professional ball player again. So I don't know, man. Doesn't seem worth it to go to the Blue Lock in that case, but it happens. And now you're telling me that I'm talking about an entirely different anime or manga. Don't worry about it. No, Blanky, it's alright. You can be the most sane and insane person for Blue Lock. Don't worry about that. Also, I think, let me check what time we have. Oh my god, we're almost 3 hours in. Because I do not have much more to say about the Monster Duchess, so I think whatever topic we are talking about now, once we have wrapped this up, we're going to move on and end the stream for today. Also, totally not because I was invited to play Phasmo with people after stream. They were like, "Oh yeah, let me know when you've done streaming." Okay. So yeah, that's fun, right? You have pages upon pages of Blue Lock theories, and the Blue Lock Blanky, you know what I'm about to say, right? You know what I'm about to say, right? Right? You do know that the OC stream is coming up, right? You do know that, right? Right? Yes, grabby hands, Tori, join the grabby hands. Let's be absolutely normal about this, everyone. Let's be so normal about it. No, it's good. If it's the most insane thing you've made, that is fantastic. Don't forget, I introduced Cole to you guys, and Cole was made to my specifications of, oh my god, he's far too fucking pretty, I hate him. So don't worry about it. Don't worry. You can do it. Share with us. Share with us. Okay, sorry. Don't worry. Don't feel too pressured. I know I'm putting in a lot of pressure right now, but don't worry about that. There's no pressure going on. Share whichever OC you want to share, and share it whenever you're ready to. Don't worry about a single thing. So yes. Let's go. Let me scroll. Me trying to scroll through something. What's this? Ah, that's what that is. Marcus Red. Oh yeah, right. I didn't mark it as red. Okay, let's go. We're doing great. Don't worry about a single thing. But it's so insane. That's the best kind of OC. You need to know, once I bring out my Infinite Mage OC, you are going to see insanity. You're going to see insanity. Because I actually managed to finagle a magic like usage way for my OC that should work in universe. That's also something that I want to be like in universe, that that I was like double checking with my friend all the time, being like, hey, does that make sense? And like he also came up with a way to use magic that's like unique to his character and stuff like that. Like sitting like, you guys will need to listen to actual science thingies going on in the to understand what's going on with the magic for our characters. So so yeah. Also, you think your vampire girl is probably one of your most unhinged ones, and that is saying much. The cyberpunk one is quite something to you. Oh no. I understand. Yes. I do have a Vampire the Masquerade OC. She doesn't, like, they don't have that much backstory yet, but it's also the most unhinged character probably that I have, because I might have made them a tad too autistic. Not even in the sense of social skills or anything, just in the sense of I picked the Dragon Clan and then decided that, if they can fleshcraft, then might as well, right? So don't worry about it. The infinite brain rot is gonna go insane. Yes, 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 yes. I'm looking so forward to it. I will have to wait. It will have to wait. Me sitting here like I'm gonna put it down right now myself. Ta-da! Let me put it down. Infinite Mage. Wow. Such a good suggestion. There we go. I wrote it down. We can now never escape the infinite mage brain rot. You have complete physical specification, playtype, playstyle, personality, interaction, flow, inspiration, a power level, and a crazy... Okay, go. Go, please, 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 please. 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 Me sitting here like, yes, that's perfect, please. I might not understand all of the words you just said, but please, that sounds fantastic. Okay, Tori, thank you for hanging out. Also, you're probably not gonna miss much because I am going to be wrapping up the stream in a bit. But please have a good time at your therapy. Please don't stress yourself out too much. And don't forget, if it's your first appointment, it's probably getting to know each other kind of appointment instead of, hey, please tell me everything right now. So yeah, take care. Good luck. Now, everyone. Me trying to convince Blank to give me everything. Oh, too late, you already stressed. No! Okay, don't stress more. Just stay this level of stress, I guess. That's the best we can do right now. I just keep drinking today, you guys. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm staying hydrated, actually. Never mind, I'm staying hydrated. I'm not apologizing for anything. This means, though, everyone, I do want the Blanky OC, and everyone here, please keep sending me your OCs. I love them. I need them. They're the air I breathe and the food I eat. They are for me to consume. I'm sorry. Please, please, please share. What else? I don't think I have much to say anymore, unfortunately. Me sitting here like, what else can I yap about? But I don't want to start yapping about another webtoon again, because this was supposed to be a Monster Duchess one. And we've gotten really, really off track a couple of times. So yeah. We will bring Monster Duchess back again once you guys have read it, and once I have the hand camera stream where I show you all of the merch. So that is also when we can talk more spoilery stuff about the actual like webtoon, like what's happening, like how it ends and stuff like that, and like, specifications. That's what we're gonna be doing, yes. But for now, that's that. Look, the Blue Lock OC is like not even normal amount of Blue Lock insanity. It's like ascending level insanity of Blue Lock. Fantastic. You have gone past the source material and you have become better. And I love that for you, Blank. Lovely. Very, very lovely. Don't worry. If you don't want to send the OC, Blank, don't worry. Like, yes, do I want an OC to be sent by you? Yes, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna say no. Do I want to have OCs from all of you guys? Yes, obviously. But does that mean I will be angry at you if you don't send me the OC because you're uncomfortable with it or anything? Obviously not. Like, if you do want to send another OC, or if you're just not comfortable sharing any OCs in general, like, don't worry about it. All is good. All is well. No, it's just embarrassing to have to send a 5 GB file of OC. No, you see, this is actually fantastic. Me sitting here like, 5 GB? Oh my god, I'm blushing. I'm sorry. I'm just... That sounds like heaven. Like, yes, it might be embarrassing to you, but I'm sitting here like, I have killed Grinch. I had the Mary Sue OCs back in the day. I had all of the very edgy, half demon, half angel ones. And I shared them with friends. So I'm sitting here like, actually, the more I get about OCs, the better. Like, nothing can be embarrassing anymore. You see? So 5 GB of OC lore, fantastic. If that is the case though, I might have to ask for some specifications on very specific verbiage, like if there's like very law specific things, like, oh, this word is very important to know. I might need you to be in chat to explain it for me. But that's basically it. Well, so yes. You try to cut it down and make it relevant. You don't have to cut it down though. Like, everything is relevant when it comes to your favorites. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. You have to remember, Blank, I sent 4 pages of Google Doc about a character that's not even mine. Just compiling all the information that the author gave us so I could send it to another person. You know, nothing can be irrelevant to me. Hi Halva, how you doing? How's it going? I'm trying to wrap up stream, but I keep talking, if you can believe it. Also, hi Halva, how you feel about the Monster Duke and the Contract Princess, which is totally the name that I put into the stream. Wow. No, the title has multiple English translation, and the most common one is Monstrous Duke's adopted daughter. So I went with that one. You can see the little cover over here. Over here. Me trying to show you. There. Here. I'm pointing at it if you can believe it. So yeah, that's the cover of the first volume of the webtoon. It's so cute, isn't it? Yes, and Blank is being made to share the totally normal OC. Absolutely. Yes. I want more OCs. Give me OCs. Me sitting here like, let me come closer. I want OCs. Come on, you guys. Give me OCs. I am totally normal, I swear. I swear. Please. Also, Lava saw me go crazy over Bailey yesterday. I don't think I have to pretend anymore to be normal. Though I was still being very well mannered in Bisk's chat about Bailey, actually. So, you know. Oh my god, you spent some time playing Monster Hunter Wilds? Let's go. Did it go well? Also me forgetting if Wilds was the newest one or if it was Rise. I think Wilds is the newest one, isn't it? But yes, that's great. Hey, do you have a Monster Hunter OC? Me just asking about anything at this time? I'm sorry. I'll behave. I'm sorry. Also, I got a the ban on me talking about the Omegaverse on Fandom Fridays was lifted. I have now the go ahead to talk about it, so there's that. That's our Duke. She's a woman. That's our Duke. She is so great, and she is like one of the she's from a very high up family. So like, even in like the confines of the webtoon, it was not normal for women to have like positions of power like this. But because like of how strong she is and like how strong her family is and stuff like that, she got to be Duke. Let's go. Also, she was the only child to the family, so that's that. Yes. But Monstrous Duke is really good. It's like romance, or like romance fantasy, less on the romance. Like, it's a very slow burn thing. Like, it's not the focus at all. The focus is more on Leslie, our main character that you see on the cover here, the silver-haired girl, finding a family because her initial family not only abused her but also tried to use her as a sacrifice to like sacrifice for her older sister basically. And Leslie, 12-year-old at the time, escapes from that house like after surviving the sacrificial treatment, and goes to the Monster Duke that you see on the cover as well to make a deal that will save her life. Basically being like, please adopt me. I'm going to offer you all of the ability I have, because like after the whole sacrificing thing, she unlocked like her darkness power, like shadow powers. She's like, oh, I will offer you all of this if you can make sure that I survive until adulthood, because I don't want to die. And she gets adopted, and it's like really cute and stuff like that. But there's also like a lot of stuff going on. And what I really appreciate about this one is that it does not draw out the story needlessly. Because I don't know if you guys have heard about Lady Baby. They have lost the plot. They have lost the plot so much. Like, it started really good, like really promising, and then they lost the plot. And now it's just like, I sometimes look into like the newest chapters that have been released just to see if there's like new art of her brothers, because they're pretty. But like, that's all I do. But this one, they didn't needlessly like draw it out or anything. All of the arcs that are actually happening in the webtoon, they're really well paced. So, you know, and everything gets like an, in my opinion, satisfying conclusion. So that's that. So yeah. Blank has a Sekiro OC, but it's not done. Oh, okay, I see. I will be looking forward to a Sekiro OC though. It sounds like fun. Levat does not have a Monster Hunt OC, but you love making fashion for your Monster Hunt characters. Honestly, fair. Monster Hunter is a fashion game. You heard it here first, and that is how it should be played. I'm gonna be so honest, there is someone on TikTok that I followed. I think I still follow her, but I just don't see her on my FYP anymore. Basically, her whole brand was girly gaming, or girlifying the gaming experience, and one of her favorite things was to dress up her Elden Ring characters in like really pretty outfits and pretend to be playing it like, you know, a dress-up game and stuff like that. And like, oh, it's such a cutesy girly game. Like, you get to pick up like plants, and you get to make up like, you get to make like these cute little outfits, and you get to ride like horses. I don't even know if you get to ride horses. I think I remember that. But yeah, you know, and you know what, that was the first time I got interested in Elden Ring, actually, so that worked for me. You need to stop procrastinating. Yes, please draw your Kamen Rider OC. I wanna see them. I'm gonna be so normal about it, I swear, I promise. But yes. Yes. I love that I got to introduce the Monster Duchess webtoon better in like the last 10 minutes of the stream than I did in the initial part where I was actually talking about it. My bad, everyone. Oh my god, let me get my husband back, I guess. Because Laval, you did not see my husband. Let's do this. Browse, where is he? Okay. Let's adjust the size a bit. There we go. Boops. There we go. There he is. He is from the Monstrous Duchess webtoon. He is the older brother of Leslie, the middle child of the family now that Leslie is in the picture. Very strong magician. I fell in love with him at first sight. I'm kidding. He became my favorite character at first sight because he legitimately got punched the first time he appeared. So yeah, that's that. And I guess with showing off my husband once again, I should stop it for today. Because I don't have much more to say about the webtoon. A punch of luck. He actually got punched by his brother. So, you're not wrong. The thing is, he got punched because his initial introduction was Bethrion, the other brother, like the oldest brother, was carrying Leslie around the estate. And they run into Randy, and Randy is like, oh, bro, what is that? And he gets punched, and Bethrion is like, that's a person, don't call a person that. Which, you know what, fair enough. And it's like, oh, and he's like on the ground, like holding his head because like pain. He just got his noggin punched. It's like, so bro, what is that? Cuts himself out. No, who is that? And Bethrion's just like, oh yeah, this is our new sister. Say hello, I guess. There's an entire thing about Randy being the only one who kind of mistrusts Leslie because of the family she's from. Because it's like, why would we accept a kid like specifically from that family? So he tries to like resist her cuteness, but he can't. Especially when she brings up his favorite author, and like that she actually really enjoys the writing of that author as well. And like they talk about it, and like he's so smitten with her afterwards. He's like, yeah, that's my little sister actually. He's the first one in the family that gets addressed with like a familiar term. They translated it as brother Ranty, so I think it's like, did she go with Appa? Probably. I would assume it would have been Appa in the OG Korean version, but like they translated it as brother Ruenti, so that's that. So yeah, he tried his best and he didn't succeed. But also I'm glad about that because you know what? Yes, you should be absolutely smitten with your little sister. She's so cute. She's so adorable. So yeah, that's that. And I guess I will be ending it then all around here. Let me just check something really quick, and then we'll do the entire spiel of me leaving you guys. You know, just the usual. What's this? Good day. My analytics. I don't know. I don't want to watch you right now. What's over there? Okay. Yep. I checked what I needed to check, so we can just end it the usual way. Don't worry about a single thing. Everyone, thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed today, even though I spoke about a lot of things that were not the Monster Duchess, but it's not my fault. Someone brought up Infinite Mage. Someone brought up Infinite Mage, and I did have to tell you guys about my Bailey brain rot before starting anything, or I would have not been able to talk about anything else. I'm so sorry. But yes, thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope some of you are gonna go check out the webtoon if you have the chance and the interest. I hope I will be seeing you again soon. And until then, bye bye. Oh shit. Yeah, makes sense. Let me sneeze. My bad. How excited you get about food. How clingy you are. The way you're somehow always a bit of a mess. Mish, don't say it. You didn't have to say it. Like, we're thinking it. I'm thinking it, but like, you know. No. Brave.
Okay, do you have your donuts? Throw a donut if you can hear me. Oh, she can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do 50-50, okay? Um, which one do you want? Throw a donut if you want Wraith. Throw a coffee if you want Spirit. What did I say what donut was? Spirit, right?
She.
Yeah, Spirit. Okay. You
No.
choose Spirit. I'll pick Wraith. And then we'll just get the fuck out of here, because why not?
No. No. No.
Okay, I
No.
choose I choose Wraith. Have you picked
No.
Spirit? Throw
No.
it. Stop throwing the donut. Stop. I'm trying to
You said
communicate with
donuts
you.
are the rave.
Okay, throw a donut now if you have picked for your journal. The coffee.
I picked the rave. Kitschy.